everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is having a good morning or day so far. My day has been pretty uneventful. I haven't done much of anything this morning, which is my fault. I slept a little bit past when I usually wake up, and it kind of throws off my whole day. So we have a lot to talk about today because my plan was to review Betty's live from last night, which we're still going to do. But she also went live this morning on a rampage about Dolly Vision. So, that was interesting. But what really got me, I only watched maybe, trying to think how far I got in, because once I heard her talking about her puppy and calling Delilah, like saying, "Oh, this damn dog, like she's a nuisance," I was like, I need to clip this and do a short because I get it. Kittens, I have kittens. Today I had to let them out to run because they were climbing up their enclosure. And then one of them actually climbed up the enclosure and was hanging upside down and ended up falling into their water. So, like, they're puppies, kittens, like they're like toddlers. And clearly, Betty had said she knew what she was getting into because she's had puppies before. Well, stop acting like it's a nuisance. Like it's bothersome. This puppy is bothersome. And the fact that she calls Delilah poopy because she poops a lot, I don't know. Maybe I'm being petty or, just over dramatic. But why would you just refer to your dog as poopy all the time? It's weird. It's so fun. And actually, so my thumbnail, I had a different picture of Betty. And then, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do that one. So I did crop it a little bit because, if you're going to go live, get out of bed, first of all. Last night during the, I wouldn't say it was an interview. I would say, Seth Rogers' first live, Betty was a guest. And she seems to think this is very important, which it is. Finding this missing boy is very important. But get out of bed. When people can see your pillow, even though you have the background on, like, just have respect and get out of bed. That's my thing. But that's just me. Yeah, two boys, mama. And honestly, I wish that she would realize that she's in over her head, that a puppy is not conducive to her current lifestyle, and that she either returns the puppy to her friend, because she said it was her best friend who she got the puppy from. She's claiming the friend actually told her, "You're going to take this dog." She didn't necessarily want the dog. Well, it's clear as day that you didn't want this dog. Hey, MK, funny poopy is what I call her here. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're sending her a bra for Christmas. There we go. Hey, Ninja, how are you? Yeah, so, and actually that was where I was going. I got the whole puppy thing has got me so upset because I love animals. I'm more of a cat person. But any animal, I don't like seeing mistreated. And knowing that Betty supports puppy mills, first of all, that's something she's not telling her new viewership. And the fact that she had two geriatric dogs, and because they were, quote, too much, she brought them to the shelter. Thankfully, because I looked this up, thankfully, the shelter in Manatee County is a no-kill shelter. So those dogs would not have met their demise for being old, because that's what happens. Kittens and older cats are who go first. And just, I'm just hoping that, hopefully Betty sees that as much as a puppy is great, it's not conducive to her lifestyle, and that she returns it to her best friend who claims she needed a puppy, because no, she did not need a puppy. She needs to get her life together at this point. And that's actually where the thumbnail came from, is because apparently she's going to Miami today, and Delilah is going to be by herself for 2 days. Again, her lifestyle does not align with having a puppy, let alone any animal. Even if it was an adult dog, she's never home. She travels the country, her words, not mine. Yeah, and put a bra on. I mean, come on. It's just self-respect in some way. Like I don't get it. Or yeah, shut your camera off. That's what I would do. Shut your camera off. True Jedi, the puppy is clickbait. And I can't say it didn't cross my mind, especially today, because she's been posting videos, like short videos of Delilah. And, people are sending her gifts, which is, that's their choice. But I do think she's using it as not necessarily clickbait, but she's using Delilah. I don't know the word I want. For show, I guess. Like for her image. That's what I'm looking for. Like she's trying to create an image for herself that she's not, to me, she's not adhering to, because today I just got so annoyed when she was just so flabbergasted when the puppy wanted to play. Like, that's what puppies do. Even kittens. Like I said before the live, they were climbing up the enclosure. So I had to let them out to run. I let them run around the room and played with them so that they would tire themselves out. It's just what you have to do. Aw, always me, 1969. Thanks for being here. I have 2 feline fur babies. I have many. I have 5 fosters and I have 8 of my own. But 2 of the ones that live in the main part of the house, I hardly ever see them. I might see them once or twice a week, if that. They're unsocial, feral, but they just live in my house. And oh my gosh, so Sinner, speaking of this joke, so Sinner said, what did one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob? We better get some support before someone thinks we're nuts. I don't remember what live. It might have been in Savages. I was kind of going between different live streams, or maybe it was in Betty's, because there was a lot of people in there and they were like deleting comments left and right. But someone mentioned that her stomach needed to be warmed up or something. And I was like, oh my gosh. Hey, Deborah, how are you? 4 hours from Miami, yeah. Ninja. I'm so glad you mentioned search. So Ninja said it's going to be her grift to become a certified search dog. Well, let me show you quickly. So I just decided, because she's showing there's new shirts with Delilah on it. Take a bite out of crime with Bullhorn Betty and Delilah, which is cute, but you're also taking someone else's slogan. But this, as I was looking to see what other things were being created, I saw this. And I was like, oh my goodness, if I get this keychain, does that mean that I'm officially a part of the search team? Like, does that give me the ability to go search? Bullhorn Betty does not have a search team. She is not a licensed searcher. She doesn't have insurance, I would assume, to protect herself if something were to happen during one of her searches to another person. You need to have insurance, I would think. Does she have disclaimers? Like, I understand that it may be unsafe and I may get hurt. I'm responsible for anything that happens to myself. Probably not. Probably not. Hey, Chopper, how's it going? I hope you were able to catch my live yesterday about the U.S. Marshals. I did see your comment, and I don't know if you were in the bushes or listening, but I do appreciate it. Ugh. I don't know, MK. I don't know. I had dogs growing up, so I grew up on a farm. We had our cattle dog. Her name was Sable. She was a collie mix. And then I remember, gosh, I don't know how old we were. We got a beagle poodle mix, and her name was Molly. And so, I mean, I've grown up with dogs, but I've always been a cat person. Like, we always had barn cats and kittens. And then as I got older, the cats got closer and closer to being in the house instead of the barn. So they kind of made their way from the barn to the garage and then to the house. So, it's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of responsibility. And I just don't know. It just made me so mad today. She'll come up with an excuse to rehome probably, which is fine. You know what? If you need to rehome this puppy, rehome the puppy, because if you can't give this puppy what it needs, it's okay to say, I tried, I can't do it. It's too much. It doesn't adhere to, my traveling, my lifestyle, all of the research that I do. The other day, and again, maybe I'm being over dramatic about it, but the puppy must have been sitting on one of her books, and she like snatched the book out from under the puppy, like, don't sit on my book, and like put it to the side. And I don't know, I would never do so. Like, I would say, oh, you need to get off my book. Like, I wouldn't be so mean about it. Like, that's what animals do. My cats try to sit on my keyboard. Or there's been times where they actually, my intro, they'll come over and step on the mouse. And then I'm like, oh, and then I have to put it back up. Like, animals want to be a part of your life. That's just what happens. I don't know if PETA will get involved, but someone needs to get involved, because that puppy, and then she says she's crate training, but she's crate training for like an hour a day, maybe 2 hours a day. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know much about dogs. I do know about crate training, and it's hard when you hear them cry, but you have to let them cry. Eventually they'll get used to it, and they'll know that it's not a punishment. It's just because you want to keep them safe. The first thing she said about the puppy was about her, quote, role in her fake media company. Really, True Jedi? I must have missed that. Like I said, I haven't been able to keep up with her like I usually do, because she does 5 or 6 lives a day. Well, videos or lives. Question: if Betty's trying to go to the Bahamas, how is that possible when she's saying she's not going to go to the Bahamas? And speaking of Bahamas, so I'm glad you brought up the Bahamas, Chopper, because I had learned about Taylor Casey, who is a 41-year-old missing woman who was last seen on June 19th at the Ashram Yoga Retreat on Paradise Island, Bahamas. And I had learned about Taylor from Betty. Betty did a whole 20-minute video about her. And each day it got slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. And then she proved me wrong. She did talk about Taylor for about 5 minutes with her misinformation and lack of knowledge of the case. And then yesterday, she did a live where she talked about other cases. And I was like, oh, good. She's going to talk about Taylor because, again, she said she wants to make Taylor's case go viral. She wants, people to really advocate for this woman because she's an American citizen on foreign soil, et cetera, et cetera. She hasn't mentioned her at all. So that tells me she doesn't give a damn about Taylor Casey. She didn't get the views she wanted. So why am I going to talk about someone who isn't going to give me, the notoriety that I so much want? You're always listening even if I'm not watching. Thank you, Chopper. I appreciate that. Hey, Pookie, what's going on? I'm just going to get through these little comments and then we'll get started. So True Jedi, I mean, that is a good point. The sad part is the puppy is probably better off with Betty than a shelter. Betty did not get this dog from a shelter. I believe she got her from a friend who breeds. I don't believe Delilah is purebred Chihuahua. That's just my opinion based on her snout. I think her face is a little bit too big. Then again, it could look bigger on camera, but Chihuahua snouts are usually very petite and small, and this dog has a little bit bigger frame. That's just what I see. Again, I'm not a dog expert. I'm just, and like I said, maybe it's because she reminds me of growing up. A neighbor had a Doberman, and the Doberman had the exact same coloring, black with the the brown eyebrows, the brown, yeah. So okay, Chopper. I crate train. It's only for the night, and they're still in the same room with me. Yeah, that's a good point too, because then they know you're at least there and you're not in a different room. Sinner, maybe she will learn to love the puppy and it will make her a better person. I have a hard time believing that. I mean, I hope so, but based on what I saw today, she all she does is complain about this puppy. Like today was really bad. Like today really pissed me off. Really pissed me off. Maybe True Jedi, the power of animals, it probably will bring out some good in her. I mean, they're definitely therapeutic. At least for me, they know when I need them. Oh, you're getting a break from the fun brats. They're eating. I don't know if you heard me, Pookie, but Dora, today, she's learned how to climb. So yesterday, actually last night, I was changing out their litter and their water and food, and she's like, hey, I can climb up this. She climbed all the way up the enclosure and then got her little self out. I said, you little stinker. So now that's what she's trying to do. She knows she can climb up the enclosure and hopefully the top will be open so she can jump out. Well, today it wasn't, and she ended up falling in her water. So I had to let them run around for a little while. For everyone else, animals help, but are you really willing to test this with an innocent animal with Betty? Yeah. I mean, just what I've seen, it makes me annoyed. All right, so we're going to start with her live from last night. So again, and this is another thing I noticed. I was going to play this just from her page, but I ended up downloading both today and yesterday. So she's been turning off the live chat for some reason. So today, when I was watching her live on replay, I was watching the live chat as well. And then all of a sudden it disappeared. I was like, what's going on? So of course I think it's my phone. I'm like closing out, going back in. And then I saw live chat is not available for this replay. So she's been turning off the live chat. Okay. A robot animal. That would be good. I mean, they make those robotic dogs now. All right, let me add this. So again, this was last night. She went live immediately after she was on Seth Rogers' channel, and I only listened to a little bit of it. One thing I don't like, regardless of what side, it's about finding a missing child, but the amount of parent bashing in the chat that was being let go. So I don't want any parent to be bashed or talked poorly about. And so I stopped in a couple of times, and each time people were completely bashing the Proudfoots. And the mods were not deleting those comments. They were deleting comments from people coming in asking questions, or there were the obvious trolls. But I couldn't believe that some of the comments that were being allowed to stay. It was deplorable to me. Because again, it's about a missing boy. It's not about keeping the tension between two sets of parents. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Good point, Chopper. If she can't afford gas, how is she going to avoid taking care of a living, breathing animal? Or if she can't pay her taxes. If you can't pay your taxes, you probably shouldn't get a puppy, because I mean, pets are expensive. Okay, so that's I kind of got off on a tangent, but so this is immediately after Seth ended his live. She fires up a live because allegedly, and again, I don't watch Dolly Vision. I did watch Savage for a little bit. She wasn't necessarily stream sniping, but she was showing the interview on her computer through her phone. I assumed it was her phone. But according to Betty, two creators stream sniped the live, which again, I don't agree with that. At least wait until it's over to review it, if that's, what you want to do. And so this is her coming on to express her disdain for such actions. She also gets into the flyers again. And that's actually where I had stopped into Seth's live, is she was talking about the flyers and how people were taking them down. And a lot of people in chat were saying, well, it's illegal to put them on power polls, so that's why they were taken down. Those comments were being deleted. So again, which makes sense, because the majority of mods in there are Betty's mods. How convenient. Oh, really, Pookie? Okay, because I don't watch him, but DV totally admits he did to take views from them. That's just, I don't know. All right, so let's get to Betty. Oh,
girl, she was sleeping like until it was crazy, because little girl, she was sleeping like until it was time for me to talk. It was like as soon as Seth was starting, after he showed the pictures and stuff, she started getting rambunctious.
Because she hears your voice and she's excited. When the kittens, like, I have to tiptoe. Like, if they're sleeping, I'll like tiptoe, because then they want to come out, and they can't always come out because I don't have the barriers up to keep them only in this room. And then my cats get mad, and then one of my cats actually started chasing Dora the other day. I was like, stop it. Animals hear your voice and they get excited. And she probably wanted to play because you were in bed all day researching and not necessarily paying attention to her.
And I'm like, trying to keep her bell from jingling and jangling to whatever. But I really thought that was a good live from with Seth. I think Tony managed that well, very very well. The mods in the chat, very very well. I know that people are going to tear it apart. That's what they do. But to live stream, like Seth's channel's not monetized. You know what I'm saying? And two people, one that's the first to talk about tragedy pimps, right? Being a tragedy pimp, right? Literally displaying how much of a tragedy pimp she is.
Kimberly asks, is it true she took 2 older dogs that she had for a long time to... So it was not an unaliving shelter. I looked it up. Manatee County, they are no kill shelters, so the dogs would not have been euthanized. However, that is true that she took the 2 older dogs to the shelter because they were, quote, too much. Yes, that is true. But thankfully, Manatee County is no kill shelters. And I assume that she took it to a Manatee County shelter.
Literally disgusting. So you think you are entitled to make money off this man's child when he has a non-monetized account that you steal and hijack his show? I just thought that was in poor taste.
And I have to agree with her here. The fact that Dolly was live streaming and said, I'm taking views, like, and he was making money off of that. It's just, I don't know. I think Sinner said it. It's in poor taste. Like, it's just, I don't know.
To literally turn a profit when the actual father is running a live stream, you thought it was smart to turn a profit on his situation.
And I just saw another comment from Kimberly. Still sad they were taken there. I hope someone adopted them and loved them for their remaining years. I agree. And it's a little too much now that I've gotten older, but I actually rescued, through the years, there's in New York City. New York City is Animal Care Centers of New York City. They are kill shelters. And hundreds are euthanized every week. So I have adopted a few that stayed here until, it was either time for me to make that decision or they went on their own. And, and actually I still have one that's still here with me. She wasn't a geriatric, but she ended up coming with another cat that I had adopted. And so now she just hangs out in my living room, or my dining room. Sorry. In my dining room, she doesn't let me pet her. She still hisses at me. She runs away when she sees me. So, but I've had her 5 years now, and she just hangs out in my dining room. That's her place. She's got her bed there. The food and water is in there. The litter is in there. It's like her little apartment. But if I had the ability to, I would continue to do that, because it breaks my heart that, and it was the same situation. They were families who the cat was older, they had accidents, or maybe they were just tired of their family being mean to them. Because when I got them, they were the best cats ever. The best. And they stayed with me for several years before they passed. So it just like what would they do with family members? Are you just going to throw, some people do. You're going to send your parents to a nursing home or someplace where, it's not your problem anymore. Like, I just don't understand how people can do that. Like, it's someone that you've loved and you can just discard them like that. I don't get it, but that's just me. Oh, that's cool, Pookie. Your vet gives you breaks. Mine he's actually done that as well. They won't charge me for certain things because they know that I do the rescue. So, there's good vets out there for sure.
on his live to literally pull viewership from them so you can have profit, I think is really despicable and deplorable. I don't know what other thing. I mean, it's one thing to steal a content creator's live, which is illegal anyways, right? So
it's not illegal. You can review someone's live stream after it's over. That's not illegal. There's no law against it. It's fair use, but I digress.
You're breaking the rules by that. So these felons on YouTube don't mind breaking the law, but they're trying to somehow tell us that they're reformed or something. I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know. I know it's all smoke and mirrors, right? It's all about the dollar bill, y'all. Even though this tragedy, Pimp Queen, right, doesn't likes to point it out to everybody. Literally, dogs a father of a missing child and hijacks his life. Disgusting. But what do you expect from a nasty ass felon that likes to do things? Mm-hmm. Anyways, not going to get into the drama of it. Just shame on them.
She's not going to get into the drama of it, but she continues to talk about the drama of it. And my question to Betty would be, why did she fire up a live right after? I mean, was she looking for views for, I mean, that's my take. I honestly did not expect her to go live. But she did. So here we are.
Shame on them. But what do you expect? They're despicable people. I'm sorry, but you don't do that to a father for profit. It's one thing to run it after the fact, but especially Dolly, he's the first one that tells you he's going to strike your channel if you don't give him 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? First person to say, if you run my stuff.
Well, and he can strike. Let him strike for reviewing his content.
Before 24 hours, I'm striking your stuff, and you would literally turn a profit over a main. Like he's not turning a profit, right? He's not. And he doesn't have a monetized account, but I guarantee Dolly collected. I don't watch him anymore, so I wouldn't even know what he's collecting. But I know he's getting the viewership over this garbage he's peddling out. But that's fine, whatever. Say la vie. But I just think it's disgusting and despicable that people do that. We're here to try to find as well. They're not here for that. They're here for the clicks and views and the drama. The drama queen herself stealing a missing boy's father's life. Just when you want us to believe that you are an upstanding citizen, you show us what piece of fucking shit you are. Nasty ass. So glad I'm going to stick it to you sooner or later. And I can't wait, because that'll be my karma, baby. That'll be my karma. You are just a horrible, despicable woman. And I wish nothing but bad karma to you. To be honest with you, just trash. Ghetto trash. Just ghetto trash. Why don't you tell her to turn her damn camera on and face her audience? I bet you'd find a lot of lies just by her body language on camera, wouldn't you? Maybe that's why she turns her camera off so much. Either way, it doesn't matter. This is just going to give her a reason to put my name in her title to get another 10,000 views. She could never be me. And they're both.
Why? She always says they can never be me. They could never be me. No one wants to be you. I mean, maybe someone does, but I don't know anyone who does. I don't.
Trash. Shame on both of them. But I'm glad that Seth got his opportunity. I'm glad he got to humanize Sebastian. I'm glad he got to let us see Sebastian and remember what it's really about. This is his baby. I think that really was, I really think that was put out there, with the photos. I think those photos, in a way, was to show this is his baby, his son, just like you're all your kids, no matter how old we get, we're still somebody's baby, we're still somebody's baby. And no matter how old we get, we're still somebody's baby, and just shame on the two creators that literally stole this man's story for profit. Like, that's just disgusting. But this is a woman that also throws the pictures up and starts criticizing people for using a picture and uses the exact same picture, or tells people and makes a big stink and selective outrage over pictures of a young boy named Gannon Stout, and yet steals those photos and passes them around on her Discord. I mean, what do we expect from a woman like that, right? What do we expect from a piece of shit like that? It sounds like all she's about is the money. She just, as long as nobody else is making money and she's making the money, that's all she cares about. She showed that tonight. She didn't care about this father. She didn't care about this case. She didn't care about the victim. And she made a profit. If that's not tragedy, pimping, I don't know what it is. So welcome to the Hall of Fame, bitch. You made it.
Oh, well, I'm glad she welcomed this person to the Hall of Fame, because clearly Betty's also a member, because she said, welcome to the Hall of Fame. That makes you a member as well, Betty.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Can I say how annoying it is that she starts clapping? I mean, talk about over dramatic.
Guys, clap. Clap. Come on, let's clap it out for them. I mean, just when you don't think that dirtbags can get lower, they stoop to another level of mud.
Hey, True Texan, how are ya? I know Emmy does the money for the cats. Dietz donates hers to a different fund monthly, and Laura has donated to other things, but other than that, have not heard of one spreading money wealth. Gray Hughes also donates a significant amount to different charities. I don't know of anyone else, but I know Gray Hughes, that's who kind of sticks out in my mind, because I can only hope to have that much money to help a rescue or some other organization that works with animals, because it's just, there's not money in animal rescue. Yeah, MK, exactly. She's doing a live in bed with no bra, calling other people ghetto trash. Exactly. At least wear a bra until you go to bed. Or how about this? Get out of bed or just don't put your nightie on, your night clothes on. Like, it's weird. It's weird. Oh no, Ninja. The visual is making my eyes bleed. Stop clapping because the jiggle is too much. I wasn't even paying attention to that, but thank you for that image. Hey, Scout, how are you? Oh no, True Texan, I understand. I wasn't meaning to imply that you were slighting anyone. I just wanted to add my 2 cents.
I know. Sebastian, that was so sweet. Those photos were so endearing. And you know what? Seth had a right to show those. Those assholes had no right. Had no right. None. None. Clap. I mean, she's been waiting for it, right? She can't make her own fucking content, right? Don't know how to do that. Has to steal everybody else's, and has to complain about it because she has nothing to give. She's got no education. She's got no smarts. She's got no book smarts. She's got literally nothing but hot air filled with a whole bunch of pot up here. Right? Light him up if you got one. Light him up if you got one. They suck. I hope that whoever is subscribed to them after this poor display tonight, I hope you guys unsubscribe. That was
Oh, speaking of terms of service, Betty, that's also against terms of service to tell your viewers to unsubscribe from another creator's channel. But again, it appears that you don't know what YouTube terms of service actually are. Speaking of, she has been talking very much lately about a class action lawsuit against YouTube. And she only needs a certain amount of people to bring this lawsuit to court. So she's been talking about suing YouTube for not following their own terms of service. And what she, in my opinion, fails to see is that they're also ignoring much of what she does in regards to their terms of service, because she has told people several times the past few weeks to unsubscribe from other channels. She has, on a live stream, gone up and harassed someone in traffic by getting out of her car. Pretty sure that's a harmful and or dangerous act. The list goes on. So make sure you understand, Betty, that if you bring this class action lawsuit, that it's going to affect your channel as well. because a lot of what you do is against terms of service, and YouTube, sadly, has been also ignoring your bad behavior.
Disgusting. How do you steal content from a father of a missing child for profit? For profit. For profit. There you go with the real me too. And maybe middle fingers. That was awful. That was so tacky. That was so white trash. That was so ghetto. That was so ghetto. What do you expect from people that sling drugs and do shit like that, right?
Again, this is why she's in the predicament she is. She's stating things as fact. She's not saying, in my opinion, these people sling illegal substances. Or in some states, it's not illegal for certain substances, or etc. Like, you can't say that about people, especially if it's not true. So clearly she's not as legal eagle as she claims to be.
What can I say? What can I say? I guess sue me, bitch. Oh, sorry. I'm already suing you. Okay.
She's such a bitch. Like, anything to make herself look like the freaking victim. And I wish she would slip one day and just tell her viewers that the judge threw it out. But she's being a little baby trying to get her way, or whatever her motives are. Again, I'm speaking my thoughts, not as fact. Like, she's being a baby trying to get her way, and it's not going to go her way, unfortunately.
Well, I think that was this poor display, but I'm so thankful that Seth got his voice. I'm so thankful that Seth is taking control back from these monsters. Life facts, you can take a hike. I really don't care. Like, you do matter nothing to me. If you got hit by a bus tomorrow, I would not care. And they can clip that and take that to the
Wow.
Oh my God, but he doesn't care. I don't have to care.
I didn't hear that part. Wow, so she's telling someone to go get hit by a bus. Sounds like the end of Mean Girls.
I don't know you. See how easy that is? And guess what? I'm going to sleep just fine tonight. I'll probably sleep better dreaming about a bus hitting you. Just saying. Making victims of others so they themselves don't feel like a victim, constantly lashing out.
Wow, I just caught that. She said she would sleep better knowing someone got hit by a bus. I mean, what kind of mental capacity allows someone to actually sleep better knowing someone was injured in that way? I mean, even if I don't like someone, I would not wish them to be hit by a bus. I might, want them to trip over a tree branch or step in a rabbit hole or a groundhog hole, but never would I wish them that type of harm.
That's the control. You tell them, idiots, Betty. I missed it. I had company, but I can see. She already turned it off. She knows she was going to get struck, so she already turned it off. Doesn't matter. It goes toward behavior for me. So she does it to everybody. She can't make her own damn content, and she's profiting off of people, right? And trust me, after this, she's not done. Like, she doesn't even understand. Like, we're gonna be going for copyright after this.
What? Copyright? Wait. Where does copyright come in? Because I'm pretty sure you're in a copyright battle currently, aren't you, Betty, with the content you stole from that young girl?
Does it to everybody. She can't make her own damn content, and she's profiting off of people, right? And trust me, after this, she's not done. Like, she doesn't even understand. Like, we're gonna be going for.
And just for those of you coming in, one thing that I don't want in chat is any comments in regards to the parents of this missing child or any missing child. I don't agree with the how do I want to say it? the support in keeping these two sides against each other. What should matter is that there is a missing 15-year-old who has not been found, and by talking poorly about either parent is not going to bring Sebastian back. Let me rephrase that. That came out really bad. It's not going to bring Sebastian back home any more quickly than it currently is. All it does is put bad things in the universe, and I believe the universe has a lot at play. We want to put positivity into the universe because that's what we want. We want Sebastian to be found safe and brought home.
Copyright after this. She hasn't quit stealing from me yet. That $70,000 is not going to last her. I can promise you that. And they can click that, and her attorney can run to the, yeah, you know, they're trying to tattle on me now saying, oh my God, Betty said she's going to come here and file this. Yeah, you damn right. You damn right, because I have a right to protect myself. Period. That's what the law is there for. So cry a river, build a bridge. Good luck. Good luck. RJ, until this shit stops, I'll keep going. I'll keep going. So thank you. Thank you for making it about. Thank you, guidance. Thank you. It gets me hot under the collar. Like, this is.
And again, so I'm assuming that this guidance, who is one of her mods, had said, thank you for making it about Sebastian. She hasn't made this live yet about Sebastian. And we've been watching for almost 11 minutes.
This is a man that raised this boy. And you literally stole his content while it was happening for profit, not after. Not after. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I hope this boy's found soon. I think that's what it's all about. You know, this boy being found.
That's what it should be all about.
But Seth, what I would recommend to you is send them a letter. You don't have to go through YouTube, just to send them a letter to remove it. And if they don't remove it in accordance with the millennial, you know.
And why is she doing this on a live stream? Why is she speaking to Seth on a live stream? Why not do this privately? If you feel that something needs to be done, it's my opinion that you would do it discreetly. Send him a message, say, you know, if you're feeling this way, these are the steps you can take. But again, it's my opinion she's doing this because she knows it's going to get her views. It's going to get people to click on her video. It's going to have I'm talking about her right now. But again, I'm talking about her because she said she was going to Miami and her dog was going to be by herself for 2 days. I'm sure someone's going to check on her, but still, you don't get a puppy who needs to be taken care of and then go and do whatever you're doing in Miami for a couple of days.
Stuff. I would start a lawsuit. You just got to register. The Bullhorn Betty channel will pay for your registration to the copyright board. It's $62.50. We'll copyright that live, and we'll go after the bad actors. And since it wasn't copyrighted before, it's $7,500. But hey, you know.
Wait, hold on. I need to listen because I haven't heard about all these prices for copyright recently. Wait, register. Hey, let me back up. So, okay. So you
send them a letter to remove it. And if they don't remove it in accordance with the millennial, you know, stuff, I would start
the millennial
you just got to register. The Bullhorn Betty channel will pay for your registration.
Oh, what? I don't know what's happening here. Is she talking about how you can copyright your material and you have to register? I don't know what she's talking about. The millennial, I have no idea what she's talking about. Let me just let her keep talking.
To the copyright board. It's $62.50. We'll copyright.
Oh, $62.50 you can pay to get your stuff copyrighted? What?
That live, and we'll go after the bad actors. And since it wasn't copyrighted before, it's $7,500. But hey, you know, $7,500 is a lot of shirts, a lot of flyers, and a lot of bands, you know, wristbands. Just saying. Just saying. And you get that twice because you got 2 people. So that's going to be like 15 grand. That was clear stealing of content. So you don't have, I just want to make sure you guys know, you don't have to go through YouTube. Just to let you know. I wonder if what they did is considered cyber crimes. I'll find out. No, I don't think it's cyber. I mean, I wish
What?
it was cyber
Cyber
crimes, but
crimes.
it's copyright infringement. So, I mean, I guess I mean, there's a lot of different laws. You can, it's just how you plead it, you know?
Okay, so I was curious because I'm like, I need to look up. So this is copyright.gov, US Copyright Office. So I just Googled copyright registration or something like that. I can't remember now. So it says register your work registration portal. All right, so it says important note regarding registering a group of unpublished works. You may register up to 10 unpublished works on the same application, but you must select the new application for a group of unpublished works. So this has to do with unpublished works. They have a video. Standard application may not be used to register a collection of unpublished works. If you submit 2 or more works on the standard application, the Copyright Office may register only one of your works and remove the remaining works from the claim. To register those works, you will need to resubmit them using an appropriate application form. Okay, so here, registration options for non-photographic databases, album of music, short online literary works, unpublished works, deposit requirements. Let's see what this says. Mandatory deposit required. I don't see anything about cost or anything like that. Oh, here, fees. Registration. Okay, well, it says here electronic filing is $45, standard application $65, paper filing $125. So that's a registration of a claim in an original work of authorship. I don't think this has to do with content, like YouTube content. This has to do with like actually written work or, you know, musical stuff. They have unpublished, so they have photographs, music, group of serials, newspaper, periodicals, literary works. I don't see anything about online content. Oh, here, let's see. Miscellaneous fees. Oh, that was yeah. I don't know what she's talking about. Maybe she was talking about the registration fee. Oh, and I have to log in. I'm not going to do that. All right, let's go back. I have no idea what she's talking about. Sorry, I was just looking at chat quick. All right, and one other thing, I don't do politics on here. Again, it's not my business what your affiliation is. But again, I try to keep politics out of it. We all know where Betty's allegiance lies, but again, this is more about reviewing her and not bringing politics into it. It would be appreciated. 2 more children escaped from Abraxas Academy. I don't know if I heard about it the first time. Let me write that down. Abraxas Academy. And if you want to send me an email, that would be great too. No, I understand, but you were bringing politics into it a little bit. I'm going to troll her with bad behavior and specifically what she's saying and doing to this poor puppy Delilah.
So if there's case law supporting different things, then yeah, I guess it could be. She strikes people that do. I know. She's an idiot. She's an uneducated woman. You guys understand this lady could not even get a job at the 7-Eleven. You know?
I wonder if Betty could get a job at the 7-Eleven.
No, she couldn't even get a job at a 7-Eleven. At least Dolly could get a job at the 7-Eleven. I'm just saying. Not dogging employees at the 7-Eleven. I'm just saying. You know? I know a woman that started out at McDonald's and became the freaking CEO, not the CEO, but like ended up owning one of her own McDonald's, making millions of dollars a year.
That happens all the time, Betty. Like, they have a university where people go to move up the corporate ladder. So it's just like any franchise, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, your local convenience store, 7-Eleven, or she said 7-Eleven, but any of those, you can own your own store. It's not unheard of.
You know? Oh, honey, I used to work with multi-million dollars. I can pass FBI level 2 background checks. If you have
What? Hold on. Oh, do you mean when you were, helping people with, the bad mortgages?
You know? Oh, honey, I used to work with multi-million dollars. I can pass FBI level 2 background checks. If you haven't noticed, I've had an insurance license that I can redo. I have a real estate license I can redo. Both require an FBI background check. I doubt this lady here could ever pass that. She will never be able to hold a.
I would be very surprised if she was allowed to work in insurance again. I would be very, very surprised. Or real estate for that matter. Because that was a huge scheme there, Betty.
An actual license of anything with her background. Dolly has so many people in there, it made me sick to my stomach. Dolly?
Direwolf, where did your comment go? I do not believe she has been convicted of any felonies. However, she has many that she's been arrested for. But again, I haven't looked at her record in some time, so that I am just going on what I knew. Yes, there were felony charges. Yes, there were.
Shit. Now we know who Dolly is. What can I say? He's not true crime.
Oh, we're back. We're over to Dolly.
Go back into entertainment.
And I did not watch this, so this is gonna be interesting.
Screwing with people's lives. I never knew Dolly could do that. But I guess over time.
You never knew that Dolly could screw with people's lives? Hello. How long were you a part of a group that included Dolly where you screwed with people's lives? Don Wells, Leilani Simon, I'm trying to think of the other places Dolly was at. I'm sure there's other ones. You knew because you were a part of it. Like, the fact that she plays coy all the time drives me nuts. Like, but the thing is, her new viewers, her new subs don't know the difference. They think what she's saying is true because they haven't seen what she's done. Oh, how about the Proudfoots? You haven't screwed with their lives? Come on, Betty.
People show their own stripes, So I unsubscribed from a lot. Yeah, I stopped talking to everybody over this case because I saw people making up stories. I saw people that I used to. Jay is for justice. Let's just name them, right? Let's throw it all out there. Let them all attack me. I don't really crap. I've been dealing with this shit for 3 years. Might as well tell the truth, right? Jay is for justice makes up shit all.
Oh, might as well tell the truth. Well, you haven't told the truth yet. So let's see if she starts telling the truth.
All the time. You got freaking T-Rev. You got JLR making having these troll accounts, creating the news for himself. All this stuff was like literally.
What? Creating the news for himself? What?
Came out in this case. Every bit of it came out in this case. I cut ties with just about everybody. I don't want no part of that. I had no idea.
I think it was the opposite. I think they cut ties with her. And now actually, based on what she said this morning, I believe that she's turning it around. She's saying that she is the one who broke ties with them. But they are who initially cut that string.
That shit was going on. I heard about that stuff when I first came on, and I'm like, who does that? Like even with the billboards and stealing money for the billboards, I'm like, who does that? But I didn't realize some of these people are on some significant like substances. And you wouldn't even know it, or you kind of do know it. You just think it's mental illness or something else.
Unbelievable.
And they're acting like they're master manipulators. Oh, we love Summer Wells. We need to get these billboards up, and money just rolls in, $40,000. Everything gone. No billboards. I don't know if it was 40,000. I can't remember what it was. It was some significant amount of money. Yeah, Justin cares. Both of the Justins cares. Justin on TikTok as well as Justin.
No, they care about their pockets. Same thing. They care about their pockets. And Justin on TikTok, he's no better.
Just for all. I never complained about them caring. Not being a Karen, about caring. Low class bunch, Betty. They are. I don't know what, we expected it from the nasty lady. We expected it from her, right? But Dolly used to be one of us, and he's just completely flipped to a hate channel. Actually, most of them have. They're attacking an innocent father. It makes me sick because he doesn't want anything to do with him. And you know what? Obviously, he was absolutely right in assessing their character and not having anything to do with them, because look at how they treat him. They would rather focus on him and make money off of him, an innocent father, than putting blame where blame's due. A mother cannot produce her son. A mother cannot produce her son. So why is nobody looking at that? Why are they so focused on an innocent man in a true crime case?
Why are you so focused on other things in many cases? Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has their own thoughts. Everyone has their own narrative that they're driving. So, she needs to look in the mirror, because she does the exact same thing that she's claiming all of us do.
There's a reason.
Earbud warning. She sounds like she's elevating in octave here.
You know why? Because they prevented them from having access to him with this nonsense. That's exactly why. I have been on Team Seth and Team Sebastian, and you know what? It sucks because you know what? There are two teams. There are two teams. I'm not going to sit here and act like there were not. It should only be about Team Sebastian, but at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, it's about clicks and views, right, Betty? Because if you're attacking one side in opposition to the other side, then you get more clicks and views. You get more super chats. You get more memberships. That's exactly why you've picked a side, because you went against your opposition, not Sebastian's or not the parents. You're going against who you feel did you wrong. Because again, all of this is about you and you alone. It's never about the victims, in my opinion, of course.
We got two parties that are deceiving people and a child missing from their home, and they cannot produce a child. At the end of the day, that's the truth. So why are we focusing on a man that was inside a jail on camera? Oh, because he has a spokesperson you don't like? How in the heck is that anybody's decision but Seth's? Let somebody out tell me if one of my family members are missing and I use somebody and somebody comes to me with that bull crap. Let me tell you where to go.
So she's telling me she's not using this boy's father? She's not using this boy's father for clout, validation, because it's my very strong opinion that that's exactly what she's doing. Her sub count has grown exponentially. Her views have grown exponentially. And when she started going against the other side. So don't give me this self-righteous bullshit that you're any better because so frustrating.
Oh, real quick. I just don't get it. I really don't. And it's just very upsetting because we had such a good live stream and that Seth deserved that live stream.
And the thing is, nothing takes away from the live stream. By her coming live and talking shit, that's taking away from the live stream because the people who were there, the majority of people who were in that live took away great things from that live. But now, again, she has to make it about herself. If she had just gone to bed instead of firing up a live in her nightie in bed, no one would have probably been the wiser. But when I got the notification that she was going live at whatever time at night, I was like, are you kidding me? What's happening? Yes, Kathy, it's also against TOS to tell people to strike other creators. Yes. But again, YouTube TOS doesn't, I mean, they have a lot of bots that work for them now. And a lot of things go unnoticed. So she's one of them.
That's his son. That was his baby he was showing on that screen. He was showing that to the world so the world will not forget his son. Not for people to steal the content as it's being streamed for profit. If anybody should get a profit off that stream, it should be Seth. Which reminds me, mods, why don't you guys put Seth's Cash App down in my chat and keep posting it periodically? If anybody would actually like to.
Okay, so I think I did. Maybe, I don't know when. I did see a part of here. I was in chat and someone named Kathy asked a question or made a statement. It wasn't anything bad. She was just saying something about the mods were posting Seth's Cash App in his live. That's all she said. And Betty just completely went apeshit. Like the lady just said, you know, the mods posted the Cash App. That's all she said. And Betty lost it. Completely lost it and then blocked this woman for just making a simple statement.
Donate to Seth where he actually has to buy signs and flyers and wristbands that he gives away for free, you know, and you know, those wristbands they cost some money. Those yard signs cost some money. And the flyers cost money that people are just ripping off the poles. The sooner you put them up, the sooner they come down. It makes it a little odd. Why is people tearing these signs down?
Because you put them in illegal spots, you ding dong. You put them on power poles. You put them on private property. You put them in ditches along the highway, on trees or poles. I don't even know what it was. But again, why would you go into a ditch off a highway to put a sign that no one's going to be able to see? People are tearing the signs down because they're in places they should not be. It's simple as that. You know, what would have been more proactive? I mean, she drives all over the place. Is going, you know, that gas station she was at, go inside and say, hi, I'm advocating for this missing boy. Is it okay if I hang this flyer in your window? They would probably say yes. Sure, go ahead. No big deal. But instead, she has to film for content. It's all staged because no one would have to show themselves putting up flyers. They would just do it.
It's just sad. It's just sad. But I want to know, for the two creators that decided to hijack his live and he didn't make any money, where are you planning on donating your proceeds from tonight? Are you planning on donating them for new flyers? Are you planning on donating that money to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children? Where do you plan on donating the money that you made off of his live that he had no profit off of?
All right. And again, just as a reminder, we should not be trashing the parents of a missing child, let alone any missing child. My mods know to delete the comments. I'm not going to time you out or block you unless it gets significantly distasteful. But again, please do not bash any parents related to this case or any case.
Just curious. And I think the 644 people in my chat should be asking these two creators that very thing.
Right, Art and Crafty Days. Actually, that's a very good point. And StreamYard's way behind. Let me get down to the bottom. If she doesn't care for the clicks and views, unmonetize her channel. And one thing that annoys me, because used to annoy me. I don't have any of my troll accounts anymore because she found out all of them. You would have to watch an ad every 10 to 15 minutes. Some of them were skippable, some of them were not. Well, it doesn't stop the content. Well, they're showing you ads, so you miss a minute, up to a minute of what she's saying, because you have to watch ads every 15 minutes. And the reasoning behind it is Betty needs to, it's a way for her to pay the bills. Well, it's annoying. And to say that she's not in it for the money, yes, she is. Because why would you put ads every 15 minutes? It's annoying. People are watching your live. A lot of people can't afford YouTube Premium. And they're going to have to watch ads during your content, and they're missing what you're saying. It's annoying. It's annoying. All right, y'all. I need to use the restroom really quick because I've been drinking a lot of water because my throat hurts. I am actually going to take a quick break, but in the meantime, I am going to play for you Sinner's song for Betty, Bullhorn Betty, a country song, because I know Sinner won't strike me, so I'm just going to play it while I run to the restroom and come back. So I hope you enjoy it, and Sinner, feel free to drop your link. I will be back momentarily.
Yes, what we'll listen to next? That's right.
Betty News Network. And without further ado, it's a country song about Betty.
Betty News Network, because nothing else is important. All you need to know about Bullhorn Betty. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We can make a living off of this cash cow. Breaking. Betty News, she just ate and bought new shoes. Betty News Network is all the rage. Read every single post and every single page. Extra, read all about it. Did hear what she said, we'll shout about it. Did you see her shirt? Did the cops show up? Nothing else matters, and we do give a fuck.
Dude, my life is just, it's like a roller coaster right now. I'm exhausted. I had, I think, like 4 or 5 hours
Betty
of
News
sleep.
Network is all the rage. Read every single post and every single page. Extra, read all about it. Did hear what she said, we'll shout about it. Did you see her shirt? Did the cops show up? Nothing else matters, and we do give a fuck. We do give a fuck. Betty News Network.
Put a fucking one in the goddamn chat.
Betty News Network, because nothing else is important. All you need to know about Bullhorn Betty. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We can make a living off of this cash cow. Breaking. Betty knew she just ate and bought new shoes.
And God forgive me for that.
Betty News Network.
Yeehaw, motherfucker.
All right, perfect timing. All right, so again, that was Sinner's video, Betty News Network, all Betty all the time. I am a key contributor to that network. So definitely also give him a like and a view. I mean, a lot of creators do videos that are beyond my capabilities. That's why I clip. I just add filters. I add closed captioning. I have overlays. I'm not very good at videos, but some people really are. And I know that had to have taken Sinner quite a while. So kudos to him for that. Oh no. Put a one in the effing chat. Yeah. I think that was actually from the video. I mean, sure, she's done it many times, but that is when she called me a see you next Tuesday. And where she said, if you think a missing child is more important than a stupid teacher, put a one in the effing chat. She did. She yelled that to chat. Yeah, she did. And I feel like I just did a live not too long ago because I reviewed some of the older stuff she said about me. Yes, and that was, I mean, I said it, I didn't yell. She was yelling. But she said, if you care more about a missing, I think 12-year-old girl, I think she was 12. If you care more about a 12-year-old girl than a stupid effing teacher, put a one in the effing chat. Yes, she did say that.
Are they planning on sending the money? I would prefer it going to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It's a nonprofit. I'll let them get the tax credit, right? We'll let them take the tax credit for doing the right thing. That was disgusting. That was so freaking white trash, ghetto, nasty, disgusting behavior from somebody I used to call a friend. Thank you, B. Betty. If anybody would like to donate to the actual father that has not been working, that just had surgery, that these two animals decided to steal from, basically, that was his show. If he chose not to take money from it, that was his choice. Or somebody.
Okay, I think this is where she might yell at the Kathy woman because Betty, of course, Seth is not monetized, so he's not making ad revenue or super chats, super stickers, etc. They were dropping his Cash App, which is fine. That's, you know, no shade being thrown. But for her to say that no money was made, she can't say that. She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
To take a profit, that's, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You couldn't wait 24 hours. You couldn't have followed your own damn rules. You guys make me sick.
Earbud warning. Yes, earbud warning.
It makes me sick. So Seth's Cash App is right there. But you know what? On a good note, now that I got my complaining out of the way, let's talk about positivity, because that really was the message that we were trying to convey, is positivity and bringing it back to Sebastian. And of course, there's going to be some, ghetto problems.
And why does everything have to be ghetto? Like, there are people who aren't ghetto. And actually, what is ghetto, truly? There are people that live in, white collar communities that don't act very savory either. So she needs a new insult.
And either way, I think that the show went off without a hitch because Seth did that all by himself. Okay. Now, granted, I had to walk him through some things earlier in the day just to kind of.
Okay, I'm just going to skip over some of this.
It seems like they really, I guess, goodness, they were pies. Really, really, really sweet thing. Well, it was just really good. That was garbage. That was just white trash shit. I refuse to clap for folks who choose money over morals. God will bring blessings to those who haters hate on. Bring on the hate just causes God to show up and show out for his children. Amen. Thank you for that. Oh, thank you, Jen. Jen donated one Bullhorn Betty gifted membership. I have quit watching a lot of creators because of Seth bashing. I only watch you and maybe 2 others. But why is everybody, why is everybody bashing Seth? The man, if he was acting out, he has other underlying just freaking lies. Missy says YouTube needs to strip those folks of money from their shows and give it to him. They won't. Seth deserves it. He does. That's why I put his CashApp up. Screw them. Screw them. Seth had no monetization. I want to make that very clear for everybody here.
Hey, Jack's mom. I had a mini pincher chihuahua that looked just like that dog. Yeah, I don't think it's purebred. It looked, just at face value, literally. The snout was a little big for Chihuahua, in my opinion.
Seth literally had no monetization on his channel. None. And they stole his content to make a buck. Kathy, my mods throw stuff in there.
Okay, so this is where it was. So this Kathy, this is where I had just come back to her live. And this woman, Kathy, just said, your mods put his Cash App in chat. Something like that. It wasn't anything like rude or disrespectful. It was just a plain statement because she was saying it wasn't monetized. And then the lady just said, his Cash App was posted by your mods. And she loses it.
Seth literally had no monetization on his channel. None. And they stole his content to make a buck. Kathy, my mods throw stuff in there. That wasn't something Seth asked. And either way, it doesn't matter. He has the bulk of the cost, lady. I can't with you. You know what? Don't ever come back to my show again.
And so she blocked this lady. And I don't know this lady. I don't know what her intention was, but just based on what I saw, she did not elicit this response. Not at all. And now she's blocked because Betty's going ballistic.
You're justifying somebody stealing a man's content for profit when it's his missing son that he gave the name Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers to. Kathy, you are part of the problem here on YouTube. Go back to the trash. Go back to the ghetto. Go back to the ghetto.
The thing is, does she not? So when I think of ghetto, I think of the Holocaust. I think of the annihilation of one race of people. So by her telling this Kathy to go back to the ghetto, that pisses me off. Because right now, Betty looks like the uneducated one. Maybe she needs to educate herself on what ghetto actually means. Because I know what she's trying to make it mean, because she mentions 8 Mile in this live. Before it was Skid Row, and then she talks about 8 Mile. I'm sorry, Betty. I don't think you'd ever survive it on 8 Mile. But whatever. I think she needs to educate herself on when you tell someone to go back to the ghetto, I think she needs to look up what that actually means. It's gross.
We don't want your kind over here. We don't want your kind over here.
Oh, and there she goes. I mean, what other way? We don't want your kind over here. So just like, the Jews were gathered and persecuted by the Germans, she's saying, go back to your ghetto. We don't want your kind over here. Unbelievable.
So, and people, I don't really care what they do to me.
Yes, 8 Mile is Detroit.
But you're attacking a father of a victim. I really don't care if something hard hits your head. You don't do that. Maybe you need something to knock some sense into you. That's just awful. Nobody can say I've ever done no crap like that. Not one person on here can ever say that. I have never stolen any content from somebody that's literally their kid for profit. Not.
Are you kidding? You haven't stolen any content from someone that literally their kid for profit. All right, so maybe, okay, I may give her that. I don't know. I don't think she's ever stolen anyone, like any parent of a missing child's content. I can't think of any time. I could be wrong, but I'll give her that.
Not one person could ever say that because I create my own content.
No, you don't. You use other people's content all the time. You're live about, other cases besides the one you're covering now, which ultimately ended up talking about the one you're tunnel visioned on now. You took from People Magazine. You took from local news sources. You took from newspapers. So yes, you are taking other people's content to create your own content. Just like this, I'm using your content to create my own content.
Dolly is cashing out on Seth's. Yeah, he is. He is. He's a despicable person. And for
Hey, Cheese, how are you?
the assholes that want to come in here and tell me about myself, you guys can go take a hike because you'll never tell me about myself. I'm too bougie and too good for you.
Too bougie and too good? Maybe you should not wear your nightie on a live if you want to be bougie, because you're not looking bougie right now. And I am not bougie at all. I am very low maintenance. I'm not bougie at all. But she's saying she's too bougie and too good. Well, you probably should have stayed dressed before you went live. Oh, and that's the other thing. And I mentioned it at the beginning of my live, but I just thought of it again because you don't see her pink pillow, right? So she's live. We can barely see her pink pillow. Well, while she was on Seth's channel, she had the background up, but you could see the pink pillow behind her. Talk about respect. I would think that any person whose panel you're on deserves the respect for you to get out of bed and not try to hide that fact, even though everyone could see your pillow in the background. I mean, it's weird. She's always in bed. Always.
I'm too good for you. We want you guys to go back on the other side of the train tracks. The 8 Mile. Get it?
Like, who is she trying to be? I'm just going to rewind that a little because I need to not talk. I'm going to stop myself from commenting.
I'm too bougie and too good for you. I'm too good for you. We want you guys to go back on the other side of the train tracks. The 8 Mile. Get it? Get it? It's disgusting.
Does she even know anything about 8 Mile? I mean, she could just watch the movie with Eminem to get an idea of what 8 Mile is. But again, she is being a complete, she is being prejudicial. She is, attacking people for the economic status, their mental status. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. And that's actually where the title of this live came from, because she said she came from, you know, she rose out of the depths of Skid Row. And now she's telling us to go, you know, back to our side of the tracks. Again, what are we in segregation? We all know how she feels about those issues. I mean, is she telling us to go back on our side of the tracks because that's where we belong? Because we don't belong in their restaurants or riding their buses? I mean, your true colors are really coming out right now, Betty.
It angered me. I wouldn't even do this live. Like right now, I should be in bed. I'm leaving for Miami tomorrow.
You are in bed. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell. But she is in bed. I should be in bed. I'm leaving for Miami tomorrow. You're in your bed. You've been in your bed all day. Oh, my word.
Because I work. I don't sit home and bitch all day. I actually have to get up and go to work because I create.
No, you get up and stay in bed. You don't have to go to work. Where do you go? You don't go to an office. You don't go to a job site. You get up and you either go to your kitchen or your bed. And mostly it's been your bed. So, no, you don't have to get up and go to work. I would love to see her work a 9-to-5 job. I would love to see her go somewhere and have to stay in the same place and do an actual job for 8 hours. Because we'll give her an hour lunch, even though most places you get 30 minutes. So we'll give her an hour lunch. So let's see her work, you know, 9 to 5, 7 to 5, or 7 to 4, sorry. She wouldn't make it.
Create content. I create content. I work my ass off, you know, getting on these things.
Jeez, that would be great. But you know, I don't think Betty would want you to, you know, call out her scheme here. Where did that comment go? I'm down the street from Skid Row. I should go there and ask if anyone knows her. Thank you, Pookie. I'm going to start putting earbud warnings on for Emmy when she's reviewing Betty. Yes, thank you. I should do a banner where it says, instead of viewer discretion advised, it should be earbud warning, may get loud. Well, will get loud, because we all know that it will definitely be loud.
People knowing my name, it's not easy.
Hey, Nico.
They knew my name long before I became Bullhorn Betty. It's because I work my ass off for my county. I work my ass off for my state, all free of charge, by the way. I work my ass off for my United States of America, all free of charge. And then I take all of this.
Oh, here's the woe is me. I did it all for free. Just call me Dr. Seuss. Again, but you can do all of that while working an actual job. So here she is again, being the victim.
And I try to give back to families, again, free of charge. Free of charge. And I use these channels for funding to be able to do it. And meanwhile, you got people that are sitting here smoking so much damn pot, they can't even think straight.
Wow.
Stealing a victim's father's live that was not monetized for profit. So you know what? When we monetize Seth's account, which I hope he does get monetized, I hope that this live gave him his monetization. I hope he is able to monetize, because if anybody could use the money to support his son and his advocacy for his son, it's Seth. And I can tell you, when I was there, he had signed.
Kathy, I 100. What was that comment? Imagine her being a nurse or something. Oh, that actually goes. Imagine her being a nurse or something, continuously going and going. And then I saw, most of my nursing career, I chose nursing home patients. Can you imagine her working with these special people? OMG. No, I cannot imagine, because just seeing how she's treating her dog, I don't want her around people at all. No.
He had the wristbands. He had flyers. I know how $10 yard signs. These are big. That stuff doesn't go
here she is.
Getting those.
Here she is talking about the dang flyers again. Like, no one cares about your stinking flyers.
wristbands out. He had boxes of flyers. He's out of flyers. He's given those flyers away. People have posted those flyers. I know how many flyers I posted. That stuff doesn't cost. That stuff costs a lot of money.
You can get them free from the TBI. So yes, it does cost money because you would need to buy obviously paper and ink for your printer, but the posters themselves are free of charge. You would just incur the cost from the paper and ink.
Those yard signs are expensive. Did you see how big they are? They're not the little, $5, $10 yard signs. These are big yard signs. Big yard signs. Yeah, he doesn't do it for the money. He needs the
Yeah, Nico, we're going to get to that next.
money for the. What is he supposed to do? These people, I'm not even going to get into it. I've already spoke my piece.
She's already spoke her piece for the last 30 minutes.
I think they're both freaking ghetto as shit. I hope they take their shit back to the trailer park. That's where they belong. And you know what? Take a hike. And I hope karma bites you in your ass. I hope karma bites you slap in your ass because both of you motherfuckers deserve it.
Ooh.
Excuse my language. Pray for me on Sunday. Sometimes it just needs to be said. Just saying.
And I do agree with you, Sinner, using a live stream. Well, using the stream while someone is live is gross. I mean, wait until it's over. And to pull views, I mean, I don't watch Dolly, but I'll take Pookie's word for it. For Dolly to say that he intentionally did that to pull views from Seth, that's gross. And that is tragedy pimping. Because you're making money off of a tragedy and blatantly stating that you're doing it to take away from that parent.
Sometimes it just needs to be said. I don't have to agree with everything people do, but I care about missing kids, and I hope he's found soon. Amen, Mercy. Amen. In order to have... It is not easy to sit up on the piano and make fun of people hiding behind an emoji when nobody gets to see your fat ass face with a freaking big ass nasty nut on the front of it.
Wow.
Put there.
And she's not a bully. She's not a bully. She doesn't go after people's looks. She doesn't, disrespect people. I mean, Betty, you're sitting in bed with no bra in your nightie. Maybe you should talk about that. I mean, I have no room to talk either about looks. But the fact that she's going after someone's looks when she looks like, well, she's in bed. I mean, be a little more presentable.
And she probably would lose half of your freaking subscribers if they saw your piano.
Not yet, 10. We're getting there.
Face to face. Because people do judge people. I'm sorry, they do.
Yeah, you do too.
So it's just sad. But you know what? He had almost 1,800 people in his chat. Both of them at this. I just want a freight train to hit her, and I'd be perfectly happy with it.
What?
Don't want Dolly out, okay? I like him every now and again, okay? He still makes me laugh.
Okay, so last night she said she likes Dolly. She likes him every now and again. He still makes me laugh. Well, I think I had seen a comment somewhere. Someone had said Dolly had a stream that he was responding to her, and then he ended up deleting it or privating it. So I don't know if that's why she started going off this morning about him, but yesterday she seemed to be in good graces.
But the other dodo bitch could go, okay? Like, I just want a freight train to hit her, and I'd be perfectly happy with that. Perfectly happy with that.
Unbelievable. Like, again, even my worst enemy, I would not wish that type of trauma and harm to them. Because if someone gets hit by a freight train, they're going to die. Like, that is so beyond my mental thinking. Like maybe they, fall into a rain puddle or fall in the mud or I don't know, roll off their bed. But to say, I hope she gets hit by a freight train. Oh my gosh, Kathy, I'm so sorry.
There sure was. So I hope you guys go back and rewatch it. You know, go back and
That's
rewatch
terrible.
it by tomorrow. You know, a lot of other channels. What people's opinions of the trailer park? Leave me the hell out of it. I'd move my channel.
Wait,
Probably
trailer
have their own
park?
kids sitting in the freaking clinker. Like these ghetto people. I'm tired of them. I'm literally tired of them. Take your shit back to the trailer park. Leave me the hell out of it. I've moved my channel out of this crap. Or keep moving over.
What is the word I want for her? I keep having the word bigot in my head, but I know that's not the right word. She's constantly attacking people's economic status. I mean, I can say, you know, prejudice, but there's another word that's not coming to my brain that describes what she's doing. I mean,
we're going to keep moving over. We're going to keep moving over until we are so far separated from the crama drama bullshit that we're like, who is that? I don't recognize that name. You know, who are these people? Right? We're going to be talking about a whole different caliber.
She's been saying this for the past year, or probably more, since I've been around.
We're talking about Jennifer Coffindaffer and Judy.
I don't know about elitist, but just, I don't know, like just, I don't know. I'm going to try to think of what I'm trying to, the word that I'm trying to think of.
These other crap channels. These are uneducated people with a opinion and a microphone. It truly is that. There's only a few good content creators that actually do the work to create their own content, not just sit there and complain about other people's work. That's pretty bad if you're complaining about other people's work and you've never produced any of your own work at all. That's a big look over there so you're not looking over here situation, if you ask me.
No, that's not what it is.
Anybody ever asked how many times she's ever gotten anything right? Because she's got nothing right.
All right, so maybe I was just, well, she was going on about herself. I was looking up, you know, other words for economic discrimination, and I guess elitism would be. So who had said that? Nico. So yeah, I would say like she's being elitist, but she's also being a jerk. Let me see. Yeah, I guess that would be the best word at this point.
Has anybody asked where she has she ever helped? I mean, she's always talking about tragedy pimps, but she seems to always be covering tragedies for profit. Interesting. Does that make her a tragedy pimp? I keep asking that. And it seems like she's allowed to make profit off tragedies, but nobody else is allowed to make profit off of tragedies. Interesting. I never quite figured that out. YouTube is wrong for allowing anyone to show a missing child's dad. They should automatically shut down people's lives.
Oh, I think we're going to just listen to this little bit. It's almost over. This is where she talks about the class action lawsuit.
Because there's a way that you can add yourself to a live and do it lawfully. They even let you, behind the scenes, they allow
Mr. Nobody. Yes, she is.
You to add, you guys could simultaneously do lives in collab together. So they should anybody that's like literally hijacking a live and it's in real time, they should ban it from that channel. They should shut it down like immediately. Somebody should be able to go report it and say this is a live stream from another channel and YouTube cut it off. It's not their content. They're literally facilitating the theft of content. And they give you no ways to stop it. Again, there's a lot of complicity with YouTube. And I really do think that a class action.
There's a way to stop it. I mean, I think you can strike it. Well, it's live. Well, you're live. You could go and strike it.
Lawsuit against YouTube is the only way that's going to make them stop and make them start honoring their terms of service. And I am serious about that. I am going to start fishing for a class action attorney and see if there is anything that can be done, because they're creating their own liability. They're not following their own terms of service, which they put out to protect us. And it's costing people. It's basically grand theft in some cases.
And like I said, Betty needs to be prepared because she's doing a lot of stuff that YouTube has ignored.
for Q&A. But the problem is when you're going to go with the Q&A, I'm sure. So,
all right, we're going to go to today because I don't know. I think she just talks about the live again, which I was more about, the class action lawsuit, her, talking down to people, pretending that she's better than everyone else while she's sitting in bed in her nightie with no bra. All right, so this live was from this morning. And again, for some reason, she's been turning off the live chat. So I've been just downloading the entire live stream and then uploading it to watch. I really wanted to see the live stream today, but not possible. The Dunning-Kruger effect is a type of cognitive bias in which people believe they are smarter and more capable than they are. Interesting. As though she grew up lower class and she hated it, ashamed of it, bitter. Possibly. I mean, I grew up poor and I don't have her sentiment at all. I mean, I still don't have a lot of money, but I don't talk down to people who have less than. If anything, I want to help those people with less than because it's not any fault of their own in most cases. Egotistical, that's actually a good one too. Don't do it, Betty. Then I'm going to be forced to troll you. Oh, maybe true Texan snob. Yeah, like looking down her nose at everyone. Like just... Yeah, you just used Google. Oh, that's a good one. Patronizing. Yes, she is very patronizing and condescending to boot. Yes, patronizing, condescending, rude, snotty. All right, so this one I've only watched a little bit of because as soon as I got to the part where she was complaining about her new puppy, Delilah, I had to clip it and make a short because I was so pissed off. So we'll... Actually, is she sped up? No, she's not.
I went to the dark side, did I not? Did I not? Can you believe that man, I just heard that man, I have never in my life, and I just heard that man say that Seth, I went back because people called me and told me that Dolly's dragging tonight. And because I said he was wrong. And what he did last night was absolutely...
And so here's the thing. Who cares if he was dragging you? I thought you were done with the drama. You were done, with these tragedy pimps and these ghetto ass losers and all of this. But now she's triggered.
Wrong. And of course, naturally, if they are insulting me, I won the argument. He was wrong. What he did was wrong. And you know what his justification for that was? Listen to this nonsense. That Seth is profiting off of his son, right? So Seth is the one that has the responsibility of paying the PI, paying his attorney, buying flyers, buying signs, buying wristbands. He's taken off work. He's had major neck surgery. And somehow Dolly is supposed to be able to collect money off of this man's kid. But if the man himself tries to raise a dime for any of these expenses, he's profiting off of his son. The man's bank account is zero.
And again, her talking about anyone's financials is irresponsible and not appropriate. She should not be discussing anyone else's financials unless it's her own. Because again, it's none of her freaking business and it's none of our business. It's none of our business what someone's bank account looks like. If they choose to tell us that, it's their story to tell. It's not hers.
Like, what the fuck do you think he's profiting off? The reason why Dolly's account's zero is because he can't quit spending his money and he can't quit smoking pot and other substances.
Wow.
The man has gained
I want to know what the heck he said because, man, she is mad.
A ton of weight. He's not healthy. He's not taking care of himself. And he's blaming me and telling me that they took money out of my... Listen, I was on an unmonetized channel. They didn't take any money out of my pocket. I work off ad revenue. Dolly works off tips and freaking money from his audience. I do not.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You get super chats, super stickers. You have people joining your membership. You have people, gifting memberships. You don't just work off ad revenue. Stop it. Stop it, Betty.
Okay, all these people do. They live off their audience. I live off ad revenue. That means
what? No. Many of us don't live off our audience. I wouldn't be able to live off my audience, and I wouldn't want to, because I need to get out of the house. Yes, I enjoy summer break. I'm going to enjoy the next 7 weeks, but I need to get out of my house. So again, she's making these blanket statements where she's just talking out of her butt, doesn't know what's really happening. She just has to run her mouth.
is the more you watch my videos, the more money I make to go out there to do the work that I do. Yes, do I profit off this? Yes. Do I have to take my money and spend it on these spaces? Of course not. Nobody else is, right? Nobody else is. But somehow I'm the most hated person. I was never the most hated person on YouTube. He knows better than that. We had a complete...
Oh, okay, so now we get to the nitty gritty. He stated, I assume, that she was the most hated person on YouTube.
I was the most bullied person on the streets of YouTube.
Right, Tooth Fairy? How many thousands did she try to raise to go to Idaho? Yeah, and it kept changing. And then she had gotten a new laptop, or she had gotten, I think it was a laptop, and she ended up bringing back the laptop for a bigger TV. And that's what the subs and her supporters don't see. I mean, it's incredible that she does not see. I mean, for she's marrying herself. And I actually got an email the other day, or it was I think it was a comment on one of my videos that said, is this true? Like they told me to Google something, go down to this, is this true? And it was about her wedding registry. And actually I haven't looked at that in a while. Let's take a look at that, because she says she doesn't, she only works off of ad revenue. How do I get to... All right, Amazon. All right, here we go. I just did a Google search because it's easier. So let me find a registry. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right, so here is, oh, she added a couple of, are you kidding? Okay, so here she is. She's asking for someone to pay for custom rubber bands, so the wrist bracelets for Sebastian's army. And so the difference between a regular Amazon wish list and a wedding registry is, on a wedding registry, supporters can give a certain amount of money. The entire product doesn't have to be bought at once. So for example, her Panasonic Lumix camera, which was about $4,000, she got the money to buy it. A memory card. She now has this $500 lens. Let's see, it says contribute. Okay, so she hasn't gotten any money toward that yet. Okay, so this, you can actually just add this to cart. So she wants 30 to 5,000 pieces custom rubber bracelets. And here, an Amazon gift card in a reveal, various designs. Oh, and that's currently unavailable. Okay. And again, she also has her regular registry where, and actually, I haven't looked at that in a hot minute either, but I think it was Infamous Truth Teller had actually gone through and added up all of the cost of everything on the list, and it was quite a bit of money. And I don't want to say an amount because I know it's probably not going to be. Oh, let's go to Bullhorn Betty. About Amazon wish list. Here it is. Oh, holy crap, there's a lot of stuff on here. Okay, so we've got a Ramsey mic stand, 6-in-1 microphone stand, floor boom mic stand. Okay, so a new mic stand that holds your tablet, looks like. Wireless microphones for iPhone, etc. Card reader, okay. Oh, here's those umbrellas. Photography lighting kit. Power bank. What is this? Oh, a laptop mount. Look at this stuff. I need to start. I just use a laptop on a table. I'm not fancy like this. Phone bracket. Oh, so you can have multiple phones because, she's got how many phones she needs. Thermal camera. Why do you need a thermal camera? Oh my gosh. Oh, we got some coffee. Is that a telescope? Oh no, lens kit. Okay, so another lens kit. Yeah, talk about begging. More coffee. Gloves. All right, a little surge protector type thing. What is this? A pill organizer? You can buy that for now $1.25 at Dollar Tree. But seriously? Pepper spray. Okay. Pepper spray keychain. What is this? Metal detector. Why do you need a metal detector for trying to locate missing children? Plugins. Okay. That doesn't really seem to be necessary to locate missing children. Doc cam. Actually, I love doc cams. And that actually, but doc cams, for live streams, I don't know if a doc cam would necessarily be useful, but again, she does print out a lot of stuff. Another lens for her camera. Dividers. Paper. Clipper. Little clips. This isn't available. These were paper clips. Again, Dollar Tree. New desk furniture. More desk furniture. A whiteboard. Binders. More binders. Sheet protectors. Index dividers. More binders. Holy cow. Tabs. Post-its. What is this? Rechargeable battery-powered outdoor tent fan with light and hook. Is this like a projector? It says Matrix Monarch HD. Oh, the language of letting go that she doesn't read anymore. A car tent. That looks like a car tent maybe. Oh no. Oversized tent cot folding. Trail cam with night vision goggles. Night vision goggles. Again, why do you need that? USB audio interface for recording. Again, this is stuff. I have no idea how to use this stuff. I'm simple here. Digital audio recorder, another external hard drive, another camera, a Sony professional camcorder. Actually, let's see all buying options. Oh, wow. Almost 30, we'll say $3,600 because, you know, with tax, it's going to be way more than that. But let's say $3,600. So now here's another camera, $3,600. Gift card, another tablet, my passport for Mac, portable external hard drive. Okay. Oh, this is the covert video necklace camera, body cameras, sublimation printer starter bundle with inks, mug, heat. Oh, this is probably to make your own merchandise, I would think. Boots, another oh my God, SIM card, batteries, pens, more boots, Sharpies, batteries, portable solar panel for camping with power bank. That's actually kind of cool. So it's like you put it outside and it kind of like can power your stuff. So it's like, it's kind of cool. Another SIM card. Oh, a drone. Dash cam. I need a new dash cam myself. Mine crapped the bed. Hotels gift card. Okay. Machetes. And last but not least, a GoPro camera. Oh, waterproof action camera with front LCD and rear touch rear screens. End of list. So again, but she doesn't ask for anything. She doesn't ask for anything. All right, let me go back to this. All right, so I'm at my 2 hours, but we're going to go just a little bit longer, just because I want to get to the part where she talks about Delilah.
Bullied. He knows exactly what I.
Sorry, y'all. I did not know she was going to start yelling when I hit play. Earbud warning. Earbud warning.
I went through for no reason. And he acts like he was my friend for what? Did he forget that I brought him to the national stage? And he got pissed off at me. The reason why
Wait a minute. You brought him to the national stage? I think he brought himself to the stage. I don't think he needed any help. And again, I don't know Dolly's history. I only know Dolly from when he was hanging out with Betty and MGL and House of Williams, Justin for All. So I don't think she did anything.
Our friendship broke off is because I was in the Paramount Cyber Sleuths. And
here we go with her Paramount Cyber Sleuth. And if you haven't seen the video I posted yesterday about her being a well-known researcher and web sleuth, you know, because it was documented on the Paramount documentary. Check it out.
He got mad that he wasn't asked to come, but I did ask him, but he was being stubborn and wouldn't return my phone call. And so he blocked me on his channel, or his girlfriend did. I'm not quite sure who it was, but we know she's a little jealous of me.
Good point, Cheese. I was just going up through the comments that I missed while I was showing that. Meanwhile, in the ghetto, children just want food. Very good point. Sinner, you just have to create a wedding registry. Anybody can marry themselves. Just have to have a different name. 2 different names.
And so that was it. I wrote him and said, look, you blocked me over some stupid bullshit. I'm done with you. I don't want anything else to do. This I did months ago. If you guys notice, I haven't been on Dolly's channel in months. It's because I approached him behind the scenes and told him, don't ever reach out to me again. Our friendship is over. And I have receipts for that. And so we've been playing.
Let's see. It's funny. Closed captioning says, I have free seats for that. That's good, because can we watch this shit show? She said, I have receipts. Let's see them, Betty. Let's see them. Were you really the first one to call it quits?
Playing fun. We've been playing nice, but he hasn't been playing nice because he's been attacking Steph. And it makes me wonder. Like I said, I dropped all of these people out of my life. I realized what their game is, and I don't want any part of it. I want to be true crime. I want to help these families, and everybody I'm hanging around or was hanging around wasn't really helping these families. Like, we really, truly help people. You know, Sonia sends out, she takes.
Yeah, and that's a good point too, Sinner. Dolly is one of the worst. Claiming she promoted him isn't a flex.
So the money that she makes from her little shirt shop and the little bit of extra money she has, she puts it into supplies and sends it out to these families.
And speaking of, I'm just going to share this again for those of you who came in late. I was just looking to see if there was any new merch, and there was. You can get a custom keychain that says Bullhorn Betty Search Team. So I had said, if I buy one of these, can I officially be on a search team? Like, am I a legit searcher now because I'm part of Betty's search team?
You know, and it's stuff like this. This is the newest cup that Sonia sent me. So cute, right? Wake up. It's going to be a good day with Bullhorn Betty and Delilah. And look at this. Look at this.
Again, take a bite out of crime is someone else's slogan. Talk about copyright. And again, I don't know copyright laws, but I think taking someone's slogan without permission is probably frowned upon.
Tell me that's not adorable.
And now using her dog to grift, of course.
If you guys want one of these cups, reach out to Sonia. They're amazing. They're amazing. Actually, I won't take you through the house. I won't take you through the house. I'll sit here. I'm just starting to get a little hot. I think I'm just angry.
She's getting a little hot, y'all. She's getting too worked up.
Like, honestly, I'm just angry. Like, I called you out for your bad behavior, and you decide to attack me and further align with the hate channels that you used to say.
Oh, wow. So it's okay for Betty to call out bad behavior, but when we call out her bad behavior, it's not okay.
You couldn't stand. You turned into exactly the people that used to fight.
And you can hear Delilah in the background with her squeaky toy. It's super cute.
Used to fight with. And now, because you're having bad behavior and I called you out on it, you want to turn and attack me.
She sure did.
You want to turn and attack me when I've done nothing to you but call you out on your bad behavior, which it is bad. It's Seth's son, not your son, Dolly. You know? It's a little disheartening. And no, you can go back and forth with me all day long. Listen to this. This is my last message to you. Like, we're done.
Oh, boy.
I really could give two fucks about you or your girlfriend.
Oh, boy.
Right? Am I making waves here? Yes, I am. Am I burning bridges? Yes, I am. Why? Because I'm sick of the bullshit. And you were never my friend.
Wow.
You may act like you were my friend. You may have used me to get a step ahead, but you'll never be seen on court TV again.
Wow.
You'll like as far as notoriety for you, Dolly, is over. Like, you got your channel, and I'm glad you got your channel up to 50 or 60,000. Congratulations. But as far as being anybody takes seriously, nobody will ever take you seriously in this stuff. Your 15 minutes of fame on court TV is over. And that was most likely your alliance with me.
Oh, wow. She really likes to, she really thinks she's hot shit, doesn't she? That she is the reason that everyone is as successful as they are. It's because of her. Because they were aligned with her. I'm sorry, I don't think the words Bullhorn Betty are going to get anyone more... Sorry, I got distracted. I was looking something up. All right, so Dolly has just under 60,000 subs. I was just curious. And I lost my train of thought. So we will just continue.
So I may be hated on here from a few people, which I really could care less about. The bottom line is the people on here, the creators on here don't do nothing for me. Remember?
But clearly they get you hot and bothered because you've been going off for quite a while now. If they do nothing for you, if you're not bothered, why are you bothered right now?
Back in the day when we used to actually care about, foul play.
Oh, I just noticed. This says Dolly Vision Bullhorn Betty. So she's done with him. She's done with him. She's, you know, she's got the garlic out, y'all. But she's wearing a shirt with his name and her name on it. Okay, Betty. Okay. You're clearly not that done with him.
Hey, team foul play, Dolly. When you actually gave a shit about the victims instead of your pocketbook, we know how much money you made, Dolly. I can calculate it, and if you really want me to start basting you on that, I will happily.
Again, why does she think it's her place to talk about anyone else's financials? Let's see your financials, Betty. Let's see how much you really made off these cases. Again, none of her business. And again, I don't watch Dolly. I'm not really a fan of his clickbait and all of that. But again, I don't care who you are. Her speaking on anyone's personal business is not appropriate. It's not her story to tell, and it's not her business to make.
Do so, because I guarantee you made more money than this man's own father has. And his father had to spend money for PIs, signs. And you do everything you can to try to destroy his efforts. And then bitch about how there's no reward fund. But every time you turn around, you got an animal like Dolly sitting there intentionally preventing this man from even trying to raise a damn thing for help. Don't worry, you don't need to know who he is. He's a piece of shit.
Okay, and I think this is where, oops, I shut off closed captioning by accident. This is where little Delilah comes over, and this is the last I watched because I got so mad.
Shit. You know what? He's a drug addict. That's what he is. Go look at him. That man has been popping pills. When he was at CrimeCon, he looked like he was blasted out of his freaking mind, if you want my truth. And if you don't believe me, go back to his videos. You make your own decision from it.
Wow.
You make your own decision. There's reasons. You make your
And
own.
again, why is it any of her business what he does with his personal time? What anybody does in their personal time? It's none of her. It doesn't concern her. It doesn't affect her. Why does she care?
Decision of what you see there. But that doesn't look like a man that's just stoned. I'm sorry. So he can keep going back and forth with me. It doesn't matter. This is my one and done with him. I told him behind the scenes our friendship was over. This was a while ago. I gave him every opportunity to correct that. I want nothing to do with the man. I want nothing to do with the man.
But last night she said she goes back and forth. She still watches because he's funny. He makes her laugh sometimes. But now it's nope. I told him months ago we were done.
But that man
Make
has
up
done
your
stuff
mind.
for profit is disgusting. And if anybody has a problem with it, because I know we share subs, you're more than welcome to unsubscribe from me. I don't need support like that. I really don't. I'll make it just fine all by myself. It's kind of funny, for the most hated person on YouTube, I have still been able to manage to build counts, not on here, but on every other platform. And my accounts are outperforming his 10-1. I don't care.
No, they're not. You have half the subs he does on YouTube. I don't know if Dolly has TikTok or Facebook. Well, she doesn't really do Facebook anymore. She does TikTok and YouTube. I don't even think Dolly has TikTok. So using that stat is, again, not relevant.
He may have more clicks and views on his YouTube, but those aren't equating to ad revenue. He's only.
Oh, thank you, Woodstock. All right. So actually, let me, because I do want to show the part where she's talking about that puppy, but let me go to, it's Tanya. I think I subbed to her. Tanya G. I'm pretty sure I do sub to her. G. And I will put her link. Oh, so it's a little bit long. So we're going to just, she has one. Looks like she has a couple of them posted. Yeah, so she has 3 parts of his live. So we'll just look at a little bit of the first one. And then I will drop Tanya's link. Definitely go give her a view and a like and a sub if you're so inclined. All right, so there's Tanya's link. All right, so we'll just listen to a little bit of part 1 first. I'm only listening to a little bit.
Okay, see my last two videos I uploaded. I've uploaded part of his live that he's set to members only. That's only available on his Facebook page. Is where the live were.
Oh, so I thank you, Tanya, for letting me know that Dolly does use Facebook. He does use Facebook.
He trashed Bullhorn Betty last night, basically, and Seth as well. And I'm just gonna go ahead and play the rest of it that I didn't get, like the first 15 minutes of it. Here's the first 15 minutes. So basically, I got all his live in audio.
Okay, so this is part 1
on my channel now. After this one, I will have it all. But I'm just casting it to my TV and playing back the audio. I'm just recording the audio. So I'm gonna play the beginning part of his live where he's trashing both Bullhorn Betty
and this happened. All right, the truth never changes. Never changes. Thank you so much. Let me finish my rant, though. Okay, let me finish my rant. Don't get me going. Here's the thing. I promised my viewers I wasn't going to do any drama this year. I plan on to keep that promise. Okay, Jay.
All right, but Betty. Betty brought it out of him. I remember what the first one I had watched of hers was, how I found her, but I did. All right. So back to Beth's.
Only making what he can make. Because his stuff is trash. They won't allow him to get ad revenue because his content is not ad revenue worthy on YouTube. Mine is.
All right, give me 1 second. Apparently, I put the wrong link, but I just copied and pasted it from her site. So I don't know why it's going to this random girl. Like I'm on her page. Why is it sending it to a different girl? All right, let me try it again. What is going on with YouTube? All right, you know what I'm going to do? That is weird. Let me try. All right, let's try this link. And I'm going to just try. Oh, well, that didn't work. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm just going to share the link to the first video. So if anyone does, I will try to email Tanya myself, but the link on her, like the YouTube link for her page goes to that young girl. I have never seen that happen before. Okay, so that link does go directly to her video, but why YouTube, the link is going to that young girl, I have no idea. That is very weird.
To criticize Seth for making money. And he didn't. He's raising funds to aid the search for his son. And this man is trying to act like it is him making profit. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Dolly knows better. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he's turned into trash. I'm sorry, he's turned into trash. That is no longer entertainment. That is freaking disgusting. It's just disgusting. And you guys need to let him know. And if he doesn't want to listen, unsubscribe. And if he doesn't like it, too freaking bad. Him and his woman are messing up. They like the numbers. They like the popularity. But they don't like the repercussions. And there are repercussions. You can't chew on mommy's table. No, you cannot chew on mommy's table. I will put some cayenne pepper on there. I happily will. I understand.
So here, this puppy clearly wants her attention, and she's not giving her any.
Did your feelings hurt because Dolly hurt mommy's feelings? You mad at Dolly? Tell him. Tell him what you think about Dolly.
Again, this baby just wants her attention.
I think he's mean. I know. What do you do? I'm doing what I can.
And I initially thought that she probably had to go potty, and that's why she was, you know, so vocal.
Dolly, look what you did to Delilah. She's even bitching at you. I get it. I get it. I get it.
This is what pissed me off when she comes back.
Oh, right. I know. You're just dying to see everybody. I know you're just dying to see everybody. Say hi, everybody. She's kind of getting in her own. You know, she really is. Say hi.
Wait, cayenne pepper? I missed that. Everyone said something with cayenne pepper. Oh, maybe here?
They like the numbers. They like the popularity. But they don't like the repercussions. And there are repercussions. You can't chew on mommy's table. No, you cannot chew on mommy's table. I will put some cayenne pepper on.
I totally freaking missed that. Oh my God. So, because Delilah is probably teething because she's a puppy, and Delilah has been chewing on her table. She did. She just said, don't make me put some cayenne pepper on there. Yep, she did. I totally missed that. And I listened to my video a couple of times while I was editing, and I totally missed the part where she mentions cayenne pepper because I was so mad about what she said about Delilah when she finally paid her attention. Wow.
I happily will.
I happily will.
I understand. Did your feelings hurt because Dolly hurt mommy's feelings?
This poor dog just wants her fucking attention. Like this makes me so mad because this little baby she wants her attention, and she's more concerned with this fucking live. Like if one of the kittens, they're sleeping right now. But if one of them started, you know, climbing the enclosure or meowing or crying, I would end this live to go tend to them because they're babies. And they clearly need something that they can't do for themselves.
You mad at Dolly? Tell him. Tell him what you think about Dolly.
And again, all about because she's pissed at some other creator.
I really do. I think he's mean. I know. What do you do? I'm doing what I can. Dolly, look what you did to Delilah.
No, you did that to Delilah because you fucking ignore her. Like, this woman should not have a freaking animal. And I put it off initially, like she was complaining, and you know, the one day she snatched the book out from under Delilah, like, get off my book, and she snatches it out from underneath her. Like, this makes me so mad because her live and complaining about another creator is more important than what her puppy needs right now. And I couldn't help but think, what if this was a kid? What if this was a baby? A human baby?
She's even bitching at you. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Hi. All right. I know. You're just dying to see everybody. I know you're just dying to see everybody. Say hi, everybody. She's kind of getting in her own. You know, she really is. Say hi. Please quit licking me. I know I'm a good mommy. Oops, you got your meow.
No, you're not a fucking good mom. And I'm sorry I'm swearing so much, but this gets me really pissed off. Like, and I mean, she sweared, so I already, you know, the ads are going to be limited anyways, but whatever. She's really making me mad. Because all this dog wants is attention. She probably does have to go potty. Or she just, you know, she hears Betty talking and she wants to be with her human. Like, she needs to just call it. It didn't work out. Let someone who will have the time and attention for this dog take care of her.
Look, say hi, everybody. See, I don't like sitting like this. That's why I don't sit like this comfortably. Mommy always puts me like this, so everybody's got to see me, and I don't like it.
Right, Sinner? Like, what in the actual F? Where did that comment go? That is such an abusive thing to do and say. Look what you made me do stuff. Red flags everywhere. Right, the dog didn't make her do shit. Yeah, exactly. Always chasing the rain. Imagine a toddler. Well, and now I know why she had said, I mean, she said it herself. Her grandchildren, well, her husband's grandchildren, came within an inch of their lives.
But she's a little bit better as long as I have my feet under her paws. What do you think of Dolly?
Yeah, because that's how you hold babies. You put your hand under their hind side so they feel more secure. You stupid idiot. You do the same thing with kittens. Chest to chest, and you put your hand under their butt so they feel secure. Like, most pet owners know this, Betty, and you said yourself you had dogs growing up. Well, clearly not.
You're lucky. She's one of the. She's like you. She's a keyboard warrior. She'll bitch at you when nobody's looking. She's smart.
Such a fucking bitch. I'm sorry, but she's is.
Oh, she just wants her mommy. I gotta leave her today. Like, this is gonna be so hard on me. You guys have no idea. I have not been separated from this dog since I brought her home. And like, we do literally everything together. Well, I shouldn't say that. I separated from her yesterday for 1 hour so I didn't want to hear her crying in the kennel, and I wanted to get her at least some time in the kennel. And I don't know when she stopped crying, but I know when I came in an hour later, she was not crying. But then last night when I went to get a shower, she was just bouncing off the wall. Like, right when she was sleeping, and I get up to go get the shower and she starts bouncing off.
Right, because again, this woman is, I mean, because Delilah heard you. If I were to stand up right now from where I am and the kittens heard me, they would get up too and want to come out and play. Because they think, oh, my human got up, it's time to get up and play.
Literally bouncing off the walls. I'm like, I can't leave her like this, while I'm in the shower. Like, she will get into everything, right? And
Right. Let me put this comment up because this is, hey, Stranger Stalking, and thank you for being here. Stranger says, I have 4 dogs, all age 4 now, but my life revolves around them. Their feeding schedules, walk schedules, grooming, vets, etc. I won't even go on vacation because I won't leave them. They are my world. Exactly. And that's why I normally only foster kittens in the summer, especially little ones like I have now, because they're only 6 weeks. Well, they're 7 weeks. Well, they'll be 7 weeks tomorrow. Actually, I've had them a week tomorrow. I won't do smaller kittens during, the school year because I just don't have the time to give them the care they need. So that's why during the summer, I tend to take younger kittens because I have the time. I'm supposed to go on a few trips this summer, but again, I have my own cats and I can't leave the fosters. Of course, someone else in the rescue would be able to probably take care of the kittens while I'm gone, but I still have mine that I have to take care of. And that's okay. Like, I'll go on, day trips or, overnight. I've actually gone 2 nights because again, I have cats. They're a little, they can take care of themselves a little bit more than dogs. Like, dogs need to go out, things like that. But I'm the same way. And the fact that she just got this puppy, not even a week ago, and she's going to leave. Like, I just don't get it. Betty said Delilah was given to her by her, quote, felon friend. Her words. Yeah, I agree, Karma. She's a bitch. Mr. Nobody. Tell that to my clingy cat. Well, that's the thing. My cats, it's on their terms. So like yesterday, it was hot. It was hotter than Hades. It's been hotter than Hades here. And so I have the AC on, and then I didn't feel good yesterday. So I lay down on the couch. I have one cat on my hip, another cat in front of me. And I'm like, it is too hot. Like it's too hot to snuggle, but they don't care. But if it was cold out and I'm like, come on guys, come snuggle, come keep me warm, they'd be like, yeah, right, lady. They do things on their own term, but I don't know. I can't get over the cayenne pepper. I totally missed that. Totally missed it.
She wasn't just playing with her toys, literally bouncing off the walls. I'm like, I can't leave her like this, while I'm in the shower. Like, she will get into everything, right? And she wasn't just playing with her toys, like she knew Morley doesn't like crap. So I stuck her in the kennel, and the whole time I was taking a shower, she cried.
Wait, hold on, because I just have to listen again, because I'm pretty sure she said she knew mommy doesn't like this crap.
Like, she will get into everything, right? And she wasn't just playing with her toys, like she knew Morley doesn't like crap. So I stuck her in the kennel, and the whole time I was taking a shower, she cried and cried and cried and cried. And of course, my alarm starts going off because I reminded myself just in case it's been a lot with her. I'm up and down all night long. And so I sleep, when I get sleep, when I get like 4 hours here, I do. Like I need to pull I woke up at like 3 o'clock this morning to take her out potty. And she doesn't want to go right to sleep. So we got to stay up. And I should just start working like I used to do. But I'm so delusional that I just like when she goes back to sleep, all I want to do is sleep.
Well, that's usually what they say when you have a baby, which again, I've never had children. But when my niece and nephew, my mom would always tell my sister, sleep when they sleep. So that's what she should be doing. When Delilah's asleep, she should sleep. When Delilah's awake, she could do her work and, keep Delilah entertained.
And so, long story short, she slept with me. She has slept with me every single night since I brought her home. And like even this morning, I get her up and take her right out, and she does her business. And yesterday, she sat here and whimpered, and I'm like, "Ooh, you gotta go potty." I took her out, and she went peed, and I'm like, I think she whimpered. I think she told me she needed to pee.
So no shit, Sherlock. Oh my God, I cannot with this woman. Usually when they're whimpering, it's either that they're hungry, they have to go potty, or they want your attention. I would probably, if they have food, which, the kittens have food all day long, as much as they want to eat. And they're different than dogs, right? But if they're whimpering, like, Seed, you have to go potty, bring her outside. If she doesn't go potty, okay, well then maybe she just wants you to pay attention to her, because again, she is a baby. She is a baby.
So I'm really paying attention to her, in her behaviors, just to make sure she's not trying to signal to me maybe I'm missing it. But she hasn't really had any accidents. That's because I've been taking her out literally every 2 hours. But I notice when she wakes up, as soon as she wakes up, like not necessarily, I should always let her take a sip of water before I send her outside, because I find out if she doesn't drink water before she goes outside, she sometimes will go out there and play and then come back in here, take a sip of water, and then use a puppy pad. So I've been making sure that she drinks the water before I pick her up and take her outside. And usually,
you know what? I think I know why I missed the cayenne pepper. So I just realized we haven't gotten to where I clipped yet. So I came into her live late because I didn't know she was live. And so I missed the cayenne pepper part because I might have to do a longer video, because she actually was going on about Delilah much longer than what I thought she was. I just realized that because she's still in the kitchen. When I saw her, Delilah was on the ground, and she had she ends up going in the living room so that she can play with Delilah while she's on her live.
Hopefully that helps. So I am finding some things that are working.
I think that's why I missed it.
But she's definitely upset. She definitely knows when I'm upset. And it's upsetting me to be arguing with Dolly. You guys know that. We used to be friends. He's not my friend anymore. I just want to be very clear. There's no way I'm going to salvage this friendship whatsoever, especially after last night. After what he did last night, there's no salvaging our friendship. The bridge has been severed. I don't anticipate dogging him. I think he's a piece of shit. There's nothing to dog about him. Okay. So, but our friendship's done. So if anybody is looking for a reunion, anybody's looking for a collaboration, there is no way in hell I would ever work next to Dolly ever again. He would never be invited on any projects that I'm working on. Nothing.
And again, if she's done with him, why does she keep talking about him? Why is she doing this live? Why doesn't she end the live since she's done with him and go play with her puppy?
I don't want nothing to do with him and his girlfriend. None. And it's sad that this is the way it is. And it's a lot of the friendships have ended over this, the way they treated Seth. I told you guys at the very beginning, anybody that can treat an innocent father like this, that's just trying to find their grandson or their son rather, sorry about that. Their son, I want nothing to do with, because we don't, especially Dolly, he has a past. You know, we all have our past. I don't judge people because of their past. I judge people with what they're going to do with their future. You know,
but that's not true.
Like every time with these freaking idiots on these streets, these uneducated idiots, which, you know, believe it or not, Dolly is not an uneducated person. Okay. I don't know if you guys know that. The man has gone to college. So he's not an uneducated guy. He's just an idiot sometimes. I think he needs to lay off the dope. I think he needs to lay off the prescriptions. I think he needs to get his head right. I know, it's hard. You hurt, even this dog liked Dolly, and she didn't even know him. But every time I bring up his name, she cries.
No, that's not why she's crying. It's because I cannot. She is so freaking dumb. She calls us dum-dums. She's a dum-dum. Or she's just a bitch. Or both.
I think we all are disappointed. It's just that, you know what, he's like I said, anybody that has to trash me or insult me instead of debating on the issues, he turned into a hate channel. Okay, let's be honest. There are a lot of us that love Dolly don't watch him anymore and haven't watched him in quite some time. Tell me I'm lying. He's got a whole different set of people. I bet you he's got more hate channel supporter in his chat right now than he does any of his family that's helped him. Right? I don't see anybody that I used to know in that chat anymore. Hardly. You know, we used to all go over there and hang out and enjoy, you know, our time.
And again, the puppy is still whimpering. Still whimpering.
I'm there. I used to be up on panel. I used to have a great time on there. But it wasn't so trashy, and it didn't dog on families, innocent families. Like, he took the whole focus away from Katie and Chris. He's helping them. I will never work with a creator that has helped a potential person. We know that whether they got rid of Sebastian healthy or unhealthy, it's them. It's Katie and Chris. And for him to dog on Seth while he's profiting, a father
and using the dog references, come on.
Can't raise funds for his own son, but somehow Dolly's marijuana fund is supreme over an innocent father. He was wrong. Dolly, you were wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. Instead of just saying, you know what, that was really in poor taste, you decided to attack me. So fuck you.
Ooh.
On a Sunday. Just like that. I will never have anything to do with Dolly again. Our friendship is forever severed. I really don't care if he drags me. I don't care what he has to say about me. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm done. And even after he's done using and abusing and treating PJ like complete shit and cheating on her all over the place, when he's done doing that and she leaves him, I'm done with you two, PJs. Don't come knocking on my door either. Don't come knocking on my door either. I'm done with both of you. Go take a pill for that. It seems like you guys are getting really good on that.
Wow. Okay, so I did miss the whole cayenne pepper from before, because when she started saying, this is where I started clipping, either just before this or right at this moment. So I need to go back and do a longer video and kind of splice the first part and the second part together, because people need to hear that.
I'm on a live show.
Come on, I'm on a live show.
There you go.
Take your toy so I can keep complaining.
Tell you, she takes a lot of energy. She takes a lot of energy. My energy level, though, has increased a lot. I can say that. I can say that my energy level has definitely, you gotta have energy for a puppy. What? You want me to play with you?
Like really? So why not just end your live? Say, hey guys, I'll be back later. You know, Delilah needs me. She wants me to play. You know, I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all later. I'm just going to rewind a little bit.
If I didn't tell you, she takes a lot of energy. She takes a lot of energy.
I don't think she did, Sinner. I don't think so.
Energy level, though, has increased a lot. I can say that. I can say that my energy level has definitely, you gotta have energy for a puppy. What? You want me to play with you? All right. You know what? Let's do this.
And now she's pissed.
All right, guys.
I've got she has to look like she cares.
Wants me to play with her. So we're just
sorry, I was talking when she said what really pissed me off.
You know what? Let's do this. All right, guys. I've got a poopy that wants me to play with her. So we're just going to do it like this. Okay, guys? We're going to talk about true crime. I'm going to be on the floor, and I'm going to play with this damn dog.
I'm going to play with this damn dog. If you don't want a dog, why do you have a dog? Again, is this to promote her image as someone caring? Or obviously to get, you know, free stuff, more donations. But again, I'm going to be on the floor and I'm going to play with this damn dog. This makes me so angry. Hey, Sunnyside, how are you? Right, she's complaining like it's such a big hassle. Like this nuisance. This damn dog won't leave me alone so I can complain on my live. Yeah, Sinner, thank you. She wants a prop, not a pet.
Because she needs some attention. So please don't mind me. I got to be a mommy because she's not going to stop until she...
I need to be a mommy. You're not a fucking mom. I'm sorry. And this makes me so angry.
She likes to chew on my hand. So anyways, I thought, and of course I was very upset because just think about this. Okay. I want you, he can dog me all day long, but I want him to think that he can't stand the other person that streamed this. And he thinks that she is a complete utter pig and a disgusting one at that. Right. But he just stooped to her level because there was only 2 of them rolling with this. So Dolly, that's what I'm trying to say. You stoop to that woman's level. Like you are neck and neck with her now. And you're dogging me as the most hated person in the world. Trust me, I'm not the most hated person in the world. I was never. That's why I think you're a little too young for coffee, especially espresso. I do not ever want to see what you look like on espresso. I don't want to see what this dog looks like on espresso. Your dog is hysterical. Sounds like I'm telling you, we need a virtual play date. She is.
And I really wish she hadn't. She's been shutting off live chat lately. And I don't know why. Yep, I just checked again. It's definitely off. Because I wanted to see what people were. But then again, a lot of the comments that probably called her out were deleted. They were probably deleted. All right, couple more minutes and then I'm gonna call it. Look at that poor baby.
No matter what we do, she's got to be touching me. She has no independence yet. She's got to be touching me.
Because she's a fucking puppy. Oh my God. Like, what does she expect? Like, would she expect if she did have children for her child to come out of the womb and be able to walk and talk and use the restroom all by themselves immediately? She's got no independence yet. Oh my God. Chris B, she's had a puppy for, I would say maybe a week, maybe just over a week. It could have been longer than that. I'm trying to think. She yeah, maybe it has been a week.
So it's like, and I'm so scared to put my coffee down because I'm scared she's going to drink it.
So then you don't put it on the floor, you dumbass. And like, I mean, I've had my cats drink my coffee. I put it on the table next to me on the couch. I get up to do something. I come back and they're drinking it. So I'm like, great, there goes my coffee. I mean, it's not going to obviously hurt the puppy. It might give her the poops, but she already complains that the dog poops too much. So not going to make big difference.
A puppy on espresso. Oh, you know what? If she wasn't already named Delilah, I think we would call her Espresso Bean. She is an Espresso Bean. Look at her. She's coffee. She's coffee all day long. I got pretty baby. She's such a lover. She's such a lover. Puppy breath. Oh, she loves her mommy. She loves her mommy.
All right, we're done. She's pissing me the fuck off. All right. I'm going to just look at chat a little bit because I was so mad. I was just looking at her like this freaking woman. Yeah, exactly. Surprise witness. These are the puppy's important time for training and growth. She's doing it wrong. Right. Probably thinks it's always being yelled at when it's not being yelled at. Yep. I saw that comment before. That's why you always watch the behavior of kids and animals around others. Absolutely. They are a great judge of character. Yes, they are. Yeah, Purple Haze. And now I saw she's been doing shorts with Delilah in them. Again, trying to use Delilah, in my opinion, for her own benefit, which is gross. I mean, yeah, I post pictures of the kittens, but that's because I have an Amazon wish list to, help the rescue. And I actually just heard one of the kittens sneezing. Poor baby, still really, he's getting better. Domino, he's in rough shape, and I'm pretty sure he has a neurological issue. He does walk a little bit like a drunken sailor. He had a horrible URI when I got him. His eyes, the inner lid was kind of covering his eyes. So he's been getting his medicine. He's eating now, which is good because it's easier to give him his medicine. His eyes look so much better, but he's still sniffling every so often. He has like the snotty nose. So hopefully, he is progressing though, which is great. And then Dora, she was sniffly. She sneezes once in a while now, but she just needs to, I clean her face and then she doesn't clean it. So I have to wash her face every day because she's not doing it herself. But Dom is getting better, which is great because he was really sick. Like he was sleeping most of the day. Two boys, I agree. You can always tell a person's true character by how they treat animals. Absolutely. I know, surprise witness. It makes me so angry. Yeah, no espresso, but you gave it bacon. And she's planning on putting cayenne pepper on the table legs. Surprise witness. That's how I actually started my channel, because House of Williams made a comment about a little boy who was missing, and it made me so angry. I said, I'm going to start making videos. And that's how I started. It was because of something Mallory said. And then, I had been watching Betty and, getting mad at her. And then I just started clipping her bad behavior. Sunnyside, I would love to know the answer to that. Why did her friend think that giving her a puppy was a good idea? And why did Betty accept the puppy just because she was told, you're taking this puppy? Like, say no. Geez, next man that comes around bets, learn to hawk-taw. I know, she is a gorgeous puppy. She's beautiful. Her coloring I love her coloring. She's trained the viewers who don't want to be blocked to walk on eggshells. Yep, sure enough, they will disregard every red flag to be able to comment. And that's really sad. That's really sad. Aw, that's so sweet. Hub and I saved a bear 2 days ago. How did you do that? I like animals better than most people. Yeah. How did you save a bear? One of my friends actually had a bear in her backyard last night. She saw on the trail cam. It was a pretty big bear, too. I was like, yep, better outside. Better to be outside than inside. All right, everyone. Well, I did go over my 2 hours, but, oh, baby bear. It was a nursing triplet, was abandoned by mama. Oh, my God. So do you brought it to, like, a rehab? Or, I'm trying to think. Yeah, like a wildlife rescue. All right, everyone. Well, I do appreciate you being here. I know there's a lot of stories that I want to talk about. I will probably go live later. There's so many stories I want to talk about, and there's so many updates. So I think what I might do is kind of just do a live where we talk about random stories, just go through my watch later list. Because that's usually what happens is I find a story that I want to talk about. I hit save, watch later, and then things just keep happening. Many neighbors saw it for the last 4 or 5 days, and they didn't even think to report it to the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. So me and my neighbor and my husband leashed it. They came back and took it to rehab. That's great. Oh my gosh, I'd love to see pictures if you want to email me, surprise witness. I'll put my email. It's headstonesandheadlines@gmail.com. But I love animals, especially baby ones. I know, a little cub. Poor babies. I know, every night I watch my raccoon saloon, and there's baby groundhogs. Well, I call them, or woodchucks. We call them woodchucks. They're so stinking cute. And then the number of skunks this year, there's so many baby skunks. And then the raccoons, there's got to be at least 20 babies this season. I watch my raccoon saloon every night, and I just love seeing the animals. They're so sweet. Whistle pigs. So yeah, I'm going to watch at some point today. I'm going to watch the rest of that live that we ended. And I need to check some things with what we reviewed, because someone let me know they heard something they think was not okay. So I need to, before I say anything or post anything, I need to listen back and make sure I hear the same thing. But I do know that after listening to that entire live from this morning, well, not the entire, but the amount that we watched of Betty this morning, I wish I had rewound, because this live probably would have been titled something different. I can't get over how concerned I am over a dog that is thousands of miles away. I have no words. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go get some food. I got to check on the baby beans. But I will be back later. I don't know what time. I would say probably, and actually, I'm going to say 7, because the Real Housewives of YouTube, SoFlo and AMAC, are going live tonight at 9 p.m. You will be redirected to their live after I end the stream. Definitely check them out. And so I'm going to say I'm going to go live at 7 because that gives me 2 hours before. Yes, K-May, she was interviewed by Court TV, but I don't know if she was actually ever aired. I do have, actually, before I go, I do have, it's called Jekyll and Hyde. Oh my God, that I haven't watched that video in a long time. Let's see, Jekyll. Here it is, Jekyll and Hyde, and it is kind of scary. The filter I used is pretty scary, so I do have, you know, 18 and over. Just know that. I kind of wish I'd used a different filter because it is so scary, but check out this Jekyll and Hyde video. It shows Betty in her car ranting versus how she speaks to Court TV. Specifically, oh my gosh, what is her name? Starts with a P. Now I gotta look her. Chanley Painter. So she was interviewed by Chanley Painter during the Idaho 4. I don't know if it ever aired on Court TV, but she was interviewed by Chanley, and she uses that fake sweet voice that she tends to use when she's trying to make people think that she's genuine, caring, empathetic, and kind. So definitely check that out. When was that date? A year ago, actually over a year ago. It was April 14th, 2023. So that was only a few weeks after I had started my channel. Yeah. I feel like we need to have a go back in time with bets as well, because there's a lot of things that even I have forgotten about. And then when people ask questions, I'm reminded of, oh yeah, and I can see the video directly in my head. Yep. All right, y'all. Well, like I said, have a great day. And if I don't see you later, I will see you on the flip side.